and welcome to another Happy Pod, the only podcast in the world. My name is Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host Lawrence, who is a bit of a dickhead, as always. But first, before he does anything else, he's going to tell you what this show is all about.
Nathan, this is a show where we get together to discuss something in the realm of pop culture. It could be a movie, it could be a telly show, it could be a video game, but the main thing is that we do so while keeping all of that bloody toxic nonsense discourse out of our mouths and keeping it to the stuff that really matters, the stuff that's cooking, the stuff that's real and cool.
Remember
Nathan,
that?
Why?
Because what we're talking about today.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
I mean, yeah, it's true.
So remember that. Okay?
It's not normally a hard and fast rule in the show. But
remember that.
Remember that. I'm not the person you want to blame about that stuff. We've had conversations about this.
Shut up!
Nathan, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm very, very well, thank you. Just before recording, I realised I looked into my pocket and I found two little felt fence panels.
Okay. Also, just before recording, you told me your mum had a sex dream about me.
No, it's not what I said. I didn't say it like that. It's not entirely untrue, but I didn't say it like that. You've added a word there.
No, I haven't.
I think you
dream.
No.
Anyway, we're recording
It's
this
too early in this episode for this.
I know. We're recording this a week after we were supposed to initially record it. You won't be hearing it a week. Well, you might if you choose to, but
No, I'm gonna knock this one out tomorrow. This is a day 2 release.
okay, cool. So it should come out on Tuesday.
No, Monday.
Well,
Do you want me to do it for Tuesday?
Do
the
it
next
for
day?
Tuesday, yeah, because we've still got Exes coming out on Monday.
Tuesday,
so
aka
your birthday.
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, I was going to say your birthday. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've
Delicious.
still got legs as well.
Yeah.
I'm over promising.
Exactly. Yeah. Like,
No,
I
I
know
don't-
you haven't touched that one yet, mate.
No. In my defense, I checked it just before because I was gonna do.
You checked those files are still there, did you? Just check.
Yeah, no, just check I've ever got everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to wake you up in the morning and be like, Nathan,
Yeah.
we got to record it again right now. No, I checked everything was all there, but I also checked how far I got because I was going to be really proactive and get ahead of it. And to be fair, I edited an entire 17 minutes of our 3-hour podcast.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty good. I
That's
thought
good.
that was
Just
a pretty
give it
good
2
one.
hour, 43 minutes to go, you know?
Yeah, I know. And it won't be exactly 3 hours. I don't know how long we actually recorded for. It's probably like 2.5 or something, but
It was about 3 hours.
was it about 3 hours?
Yeah, I think that
How much of that is usable though? Because normally when it's
Yeah,
3
I don't
hours,
know,
it means
yeah.
I've disappeared for 10 minutes.
You did disappear for a bit, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
At some point, you often do.
Anyway, look, people have already heard that episode, so let us know how long it was.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Who knows?
Maybe not. But this is not going to be out on Friday. This will be out probably Tuesday at 10
Well,
a.m.
it's already out. You're listening to it.
Yeah, you're listening to it. Why do you care?
Yeah, shut up, all right?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that.
Yeah.
It's no longer January.
Oh, yeah. We
Happy
fucked that a
February.
bit.
Star
Yeah.
Wars January. But, you know,
Star Wars
January is more of a it's in your heart anyway.
It's a
you know?
state of mind, isn't
Yeah,
it?
any time could be Star Wars January, you know? Whenever you're watching Star Wars, that's thematically it's Star Wars January. you
Yeah,
know?
which actually is the reason why when we did Rogue One and Solo, which probably weren't in January,
Yeah.
we've
was
retconned
also
that.
Star
Yeah.
Wars January. Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Did we figure out what we're doing for next January? 'Cause
No.
we've run out of Star Wars.
Well, there'll be more Star Wars. There'll always be more Star Wars. And we haven't run out. In no way have we run out of Star Wars. Okay.
No, not run out of it, but we've run out of the mainline movies.
We've run out of all of the movies. Well, not the Clone Wars movie. We've run out of the
And there's one coming out. There's a Mandalorian and Grogu coming out.
Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out. Yes.
We'll probably jump on here for that. When does that come out? Do you know?
May.
So we'll probably do that.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
But
Yeah.
not in January, though.
No, it won't be in January, but that'll be the next time we jump on to talk about something Star Wars.
Yeah, maybe.
I would imagine. I'm rewatching Andor. That's Star Wars. That
Yeah.
was in January. I've been rewatching that. So
This is watching Andor.
yeah, I don't know what it is. I think I was watching Force Awakens and I was just like, I love Star Wars.
It's good, isn't it?
Every January I rediscover that I really like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can tell, there's actually a New Hope big poster in my room now,
No.
in my office.
No, I don't see it.
You can see it. I know you can see
can't
it.
see it.
It's in the camera that I'm
I don't
looking
know
at.
what you're talking about.
Fuck's
I can't see
sake.
it.
Oh, Nathan, is it time for me to ask you a question, or is it your week to ask me a question? I don't
It's
know.
your week to ask me a question.
Okay, I
Because
did
I asked
prepare
a
one.
great one last week.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Didn't you just
did.
say like, "What the fuck's up with this" or whatever?
I said, what the fuck's up with you, basically?
Oh, okay. No, but then you did tie it round. I
Yeah,
think.
exactly. It was a good one.
Yeah. I think this is a good one, or at the very least, it's a fun one.
All right, well,
filled
we'll
with
see.
rife potential. Anyway. Another happy question. Nathan, it's that part of the show. Did I come in too early? I feel like I came in too early there.
It's fine, whatever.
Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. I just said another happy question if you missed it. Nathan, this is that part of the show where I ask you a question. It could be pertaining to the topic, or it might just be something random. It could be, what did you have for breakfast? Nathan, what did you have for breakfast?
Protein shake.
Hell yeah, brother. That's so
I'm not
cool.
supposed to answer now.
Oh, no. Well, that wasn't the question, if it helps. That was just a bit
Okay.
of colour beforehand. Nathan, this is the Star Wars movie where two become one in the dyad sense,
Where
but also in the
to
kissing
become
sense.
one. I need some love like I never needed love before. Wanna make love to you, baby.
That's so cool, man.
That's so cool.
But look, there's a Force dyad in this movie. There's a kiss in this movie. But what I wanted to ask you, thanks for the sound effect.
You're welcome.
That was really nice. Thanks for the sound effect, Nathan. What I wanted to ask you was, outside of Reylo, who is your ultimate ship from this era of Star Wars? Right,
From this era?
this era specifically.
So
Now, I've-
specifically the sequel era?
yes, and I've given you some options if you wanted to get your brain working, but you can please feel free to ignore and go with your own. Finn and Poe. Poe and his ex-girlfriend, who's in this movie. Chewie and the woman who patches him up and calls him brave. And also Chewie and Maz Kanata. They're the ones that stuck out to me.
She likes that Wookiee.
She does like that Wookiee. And at the end, she even gives him a medal and is like,
Spoilers.
you're the chief sexy one. This is what that
Spoilers.
medal's for. Yeah, that is spoilers, I apologise. But anyway, I know that you're going to want to talk about kissing, and I know you're going to talk about one of your favourite ships.
The Millennium Falcon.
Very good. But once that's all done, Nathan, who do you want to see smushing booties, bumping uglies in Star Wars eras?
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I only really have one ship of this era, but like,
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
making you think outside the box for this. You know?
all right. No, well.
Anyway, if you
It'll be the one everyone thinks it is, but sure, we'll.
it is obviously that one.
It's obviously the one everyone thinks it is, but we'll.
And we're going to spend like 2 hours talking
Yeah.
about it now.
Sure.
But look, if you're new to this show somehow, then just bloody wait a bit and Nathan will answer that
What
question.
you're
at the end.
new to is the dead speak.
Oh, no.
The galaxy has heard a mysterious broadcast, a threat of revenge in the sinister voice of the late Emperor Palpatine. General Leia Organa dispatches secret agents to gather intelligence, while Rey, the last hope of the Jedi, trains for battle against the diabolical First Order. Meanwhile, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, rages in the search for the Phantom Emperor, determined to destroy any threat to his power. ... 4 dots. It's always 4 dots.
That's character growth, isn't it? You've gone from the Phantom Menace to the Phantom Emperor.
That's pretty sick. I love that.
That's good character growth. Nathan, kick us off with your thoughts on the Rise of Skywalker.
Lawrence, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Rise of Skywalker. I love this movie. Every time I watch
Hang
it,
on, no, I'm so confused.
every time I watch it, I love it more and more.
Sure.
Okay, I think it's great. For me personally, it really is a thesis statement on what Star Wars is. It's honestly, I think it might be the most Star Wars movie of them all, because it's got it's basically all the themes that George has been trying to teach us all in this movie. It just sums them up perfectly. I love it. I love that it firmly cements Leia as being just as important as Luke.
Yeah, that's true.
In the story of saving the galaxy and bringing balance to the Force and all that sort of stuff. And I do have some issues with a few story beats here and there, but I think ultimately it does a really good job of wrapping up the mainline saga in such a beautiful way, I think, personally. So yeah, that's my general thoughts.
As with everyone that talks about Star Wars, aside from seemingly us because we're the best at it,
We are the best.
I would just cordially invite everyone to relax. This is
Chill
so
out.
far from the war crime that people think it is,
Chill
and people
out,
make
man.
it out to be.
Yeah.
Look, is it the weakest in the trilogy for me? Yes, but does that mean I dislike it? Absolutely not. Right? Technically, I think this looks great. It moves with the pace of a fucking freight train. Like it does not slow down for a second, and I find that quite fun. I think there's elements of it which is clearly a reactionary movie, unfortunately, as well, just from stuff that we've heard about the behind the scenes of it. Like it's quite clearly put together by a studio that is a bit concerned with maybe getting some people back on side. But I think that
I don't.
I know you don't, and we disagree on that. I think there's some clear moments in this for me that would cement it, which we'll talk about.
I think Well, we will talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
I'll refute every single one of your claims, by the way.
Well, that's fine. Look, but I'm just saying to this, right? Like, I like this movie a lot. I think it's a good. I think you're maybe lying to yourself if you watch this and you have a bad time. It's designed to be like a fucking ride, and it's fun.
I think the issue is, and this is broadly speaking, I can't speak for everyone, and if you want to disagree with me, fair enough, you can. But I think largely what happened is people went into this movie. It was very different from what they expected it to be, not what they expected it to be at all. And they have gone bad, don't like that, and never gone back to it. Okay, never.
What do you think they were expecting?
Never watched the movie on their own terms, basically.
Yes, yeah.
On the movie's terms, basically.
Yeah, like they've never gone into it kind of good faith, and they were burned by it once, and they haven't ever gone like, well, it didn't give me what I wanted, but what was it giving?
Which is I can't say like. I don't do that with stuff that isn't Star Wars because I do. I don't think I'll ever watch Top Gun Maverick again, okay?
Yeah, that's fair.
So, that's fair, but...
Sometimes you can't remove an experience or a thing from a film, and that's totally valid. Yeah. That does check out and make sense. But people talk like this is the Antichrist.
People viciously hate this movie, and I can't understand why. People say it's the worst of them all, and I no way do I think it is at all. I think
Attack of the Clones.
I think it's good. I do. There's some really genuinely incredible, beautiful, true to Star Wars moments in this movie, and it's so good. Some genuine fist pumping, heartbreaking, emotional beats, man. I love the movie. I do, and we'll get into it.
I think, unfortunately, there is an element of this as well where it's been kind of killed to death by the culture as well. Like, this has been memed to death. The somehow Palpatine return line has been has gone on to... Yeah, we will talk about it. And it's gone on to, define bad screenwriting, which is just like, guys,
but I think it's okay to meme a movie, it's okay to make fun and poke fun at lines. I was going to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters, The
prequels survived on me.
I hate sand. It's caused rough irritating. It gets everywhere, You can poke fun at something and still love it. But for some reasons, with this movie in particular, it's like, see? It's bad.
Yeah.
We're making fun of it because it's bad, see? All right.
It's that Last Jedi brain disease that happened. But anyone that bought a ticket to the Last Jedi, you either went one way or the other, and so many people went the other. And
a lot of people say if you did go one way or the other, then you're the opposite for this movie. I'm like, not the case for me, brother.
No,
I like them both. They're good.
Movies can be singular experiences that you don't have to immediately just go, I'm in this camp or this camp.
Pick a side, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Anyway, Nathan, what do you want to talk about with this? We've got the whole plethora of the movie to discuss.
The dead speak.
Oh my God, somehow Palpatine returned.
What an interesting thing to have done. I think this is a baffling... as much as I love the movie, I cannot understand the decision for... To open the movie with the crawl mentioning, there's a broadcast of Palpatine that everyone is hearing, okay, and to not include that broadcast in the movie itself, but to include it in Fortnite of all fucking places.
And it's not cool to me now because this was before I played Fortnite when this movie came out. I hadn't played Fortnite at this point.
At last, the work of generations is complete. The great error is corrected. The day of victory is at hand. The day of revenge. The day of the Sith.
Number 1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we're about to get done.
Nathan, just imagine getting whatever Ninja called it, a triple bot lane.
I don't know what that is.
While you're
I don't think he was talking about Fortnite in that tweet.
No, he weren't. But I was doing a little game.
Okay.
Right? He was drinking his monster. His braless wife bought him a sandwich. That tweet. You know the tweet.
I know the tweet.
That's my favourite tweet. I know yours is the Kevin.
I love the Kevin Smith one.
Yeah.
10 years in and she still bones my dick or whatever. I think it's sweet. I think it's cute, man. I like
it's horrendous.
No, I like it.
It's the worst thing ever put on the internet.
I think it's nice. They both like it. They match each other's freak, okay? It's sweet. Right?
That's certainly the key word.
I like Kevin Smith. He's a nice guy.
It is a baffling decision to not put that in the movie, isn't it?
Yeah. it's fine to not put it in the movie, but to put it in Fortnite of all places.
Yeah. Put it one or the other.
That's the real kicker. Okay, the fact that it's in fucking Fortnite is so bizarre. But hey, good on you, you know?
They should have released it. Like, I get doing it in Fortnite probably was this a little bit, but they should have just released that audio, like, just onto the internet, and people could have been speculating about what the fuck that actually means.
It could have, before even the trailer dropped, it could have been a bit of fun. I know, I can't remember who said this. Might have been James, might not have been, but someone said that it should have, The Last Jedi should have ended with it. Like that scene in the Falcon, where they're all in the Falcon, but then they just hear the signal, and then it comes to an end. But I think it kind of changes the ending of the movie, though. I like the ending of The Last Jedi. It's not that kind of ending, you know.
No, it's definitely because
more
there's the lovely
optimistic
moment.
ending.
Yeah. It's Poe and Rey meet, and they're like, "Nice to meet you. Let's do a rebellion." You know, the rebellion is born today.
Yeah, it's Leia and Rey. We have everything we need, and then Broom Kid and everything like that. And
then Palpatine going, "Hello,
the dead speak, and I am dead, and I'm speaking." Yeah.
I'm speaking because I'm the dead guy.
So I don't know, but but there it is. It's in Fortnite. So
there it is. It is in Fortnite. You can hear it if you play Fortnite.
I don't think you can still hear it if you play Fortnite.
No, probably not. It's on YouTube. What do you make of the first scene then? Because it very much kind of straps you in for like
goated.
Yeah, if you don't like this scene, you're not gonna like the movie. I
think it's sick. The opening of this movie, it's really first of all, Ben on Mustafar just fucking slaughtering Sith loyalists, man. That's fucking sick. First of all, okay, looks great. He does like a little slide across the ground at one point, and then backstabs his saber into someone. I don't know what you call that, but
he spins it on that. We can't do. We're trying to show you choreography over a microphone. It's not good.
Yeah. But he stabs someone behind him. It's fucking sick, man. And then Exegol is so creepy and atmospheric and cold and dead looking, like so thematically perfect. And I remember the first time I heard I have been every voice you have ever heard inside your head for the first time, and I got chills, man.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's a great switch up, and the punch in of Vader. It's almost like they turn the volume up for Vader, and it's just like shit to me. So yeah, like I said, this is, if you don't like this, you're not gonna like it, right? Because Palpatine's back. He's got Snoke. He's got proto Snokes in a cloning chamber.
Snokes.
He's got a jar of Snokes. He's got pickled Snoke.
He's got pickled Snokes on the go,
which he's having fun with.
Yeah.
And it kind of, obviously, the purpose of this is to retroactively push him as being the big bad throughout the entire trilogy. He was just operating behind the scenes.
You say retroactive, but
he says, "I was been every voice you've ever heard inside your head."
Yeah,
which wasn't true 2 movies ago or 1 movie ago.
Just because they didn't say it doesn't mean it wasn't.
This
is pessimism creeping in.
It definitely is, but it's also, when things aren't built up to in films, they feel knee-jerky, and this does come across like that.
Okay, yeah.
For me, I think, like I said, you're either on board with it or you're not, and I'm on board with it. I just think it does have this feel of, I don't know, this scene specifically, I think it's because they go, Snoke's in a jar, Palpatine's back. Also, Rey's not who you think she is. It's within like a minute, maybe less. It's this triple whammy of like, strap the fuck in. This movie's not what you thought it was, and it feels abrupt, but
it feels exciting to me.
See, yeah, I think. Yeah,
you gotta love it. You gotta let go of that hatred, man. You gotta let go.
I don't hate it. I do
take
not
the
hate
lessons
it.
take the lessons of the movie with you. Let go of your hatred, man. It's you gotta. Okay.
No, I don't want to.
Well, then I can't help you. Okay. Things are different, but people often say this is so. JJ took everything Rian Johnson did and threw it away, and I disagree so much with that statement. I think there's so much in this movie which connects to The Last Jedi, okay? Yes, things are different, but I don't think that's him throwing it away. I just think that's him continuing the story, okay? I think they're 2 different things, okay? The biggest one is the Rey lineage sort of stuff. I do think, yes, that is kind of him. I don't think Rian Johnson was intending this, okay?
Yeah.
But Rian Johnson isn't making this movie, okay?
Well, unfortunately, that's what it is, yeah. He's not got the keys to the castle right now. Yeah.
As much as I love him, kind of tough shit, okay? And there is an argument to be made there. Like, it should have been planned out from the beginning. I do absolutely agree with that. But it kind of is JJ's right to make this decision, okay? He's writing the movie. He's making the movie, okay? Like...
Yeah. I don't disagree. The reason the reason in the intro and the general thoughts and stuff that I thought I said reactionary was because it does feel like when people were dissatisfied with, because obviously the nature of Rey being nobody is designed to be anticlimactic, because it's the idea that, hey, lineage didn't matter this whole time. And obviously prior to that point...
is still true.
Which is
still the message of this movie.
I don't disagree with you.
Yes.
But you can see how it is a deliberately funny way of making that point while calling her two of the most famous surnames in Star Wars.
No, if anything, it's continuing that fucking plotline, though. It's building on it, enhancing it. Yeah, your lineage does not matter at all, and we'll fucking show you how much it does not matter. You're the granddaughter of the most fucking evil cunt of the galaxy, and you choose to defy that. You choose to stand in objection and say, no, fuck you, okay? That's so powerful. That's continuing the fucking whole idea of legacy being, at the end of the day, bullshit, really.
Like I say, I think there's definitely that kind of stuff that you can take from it. And I do. I again, watching this movie, I would rather sit in the camp of I'm enjoying this and I'm choosing to engage with it on its own kind of terms. But I can absolutely see why some people go, you already made that point. You didn't need to double down on it and make it whilst also moaning people what they were kind of clamoring for this whole time. Like, do you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
That's fine. I think you're not going to see it.
I don't know. It feels like such a pessimistic way to look at it, you know? It's just such this is what they only meant and that's bad and it's bad, so fuck it, you know?
Yeah, no, but then I also think there is an optimistic way of looking at it, which is probably not what the studio would doing. They were probably going, shit, Last Jedi got us in hot water. How do we please people again? That's more akin to what a studio exec would think.
I just disagree. And I also
you don't think they'd protect the bottom line over the story integrity?
No, well, yeah, but I don't think the reaction to The Last Jedi was as big as it seems, though. I think it's just a very fucking vocal minority, okay? I don't... At the end of the day, fuck me, the movie made billions, like fucking was it over 2 billion or just 1 billion? I don't know, but it made over
Last
$1 billion.
Jedi, yeah, I don't know if it got to 2, but it
made over $1 billion. All of them, they all made over $1 billion, each of them. So like fucking, they're fine.
Poor Solo.
Okay, yeah, poor Solo. Yeah.
Poor Solo.
Yeah.
No, well, like I say, I don't even want to fucking argue their interpretation of it too much. That's a fair thing I can see people feeling.
And frankly, I don't care. I do not care what a man in a suit thinks about this movie, okay? I do not care what decisions fucking Bob Iger fucking mandated. I care about the story that happens. I care about the creatives involved. I care if Bob Iger is fucking saying no to creative choices and blocking shit. I absolutely care about that, and fuck him. And for a lot of reasons, fuck that guy, okay? And
but chief among them, the Kylo Ren movie he scrapped. Fuck him for
which
that.
We'll talk about. I'm Ben Solo.
To be fair, that was a Ben Solo
movie. That one is a Ben Solo movie. It's literally called the fucking Search for Ben Solo or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the movie is what's important to me, you know? The creatives involved in it, that's what's important to me.
And the finished product and how it's not so much how it got put together, it's just what you got. Served. Yeah. I guess it's true in a kitchen. You're not sat there going, who made these potatoes or whatever. You're just looking at potatoes.
A New Hope was famously fucking put together with scraps and fucking tape and jingles and jangles and whatever, yeah. Granted, that was in the 70s and it was the first time they did it, and like a fucking $1 billion company should have more of a handle on it than just George Lucas out in the fucking desert. But like...
what I'll say is for clearly a trilogy that wasn't planned... They've got remarkably lucky. I don't know if everyone would see it the same way, but I think this is a very cohesive 3-part story.
I think there's a great through line throughout it all. And you can choose to not see it. You can choose to say, no, it doesn't work. And that's it. And look, if that's your journey, fair enough. More power to you, brother. But,
but that's not where we live, all right?
I think the story is there. I think the message and the themes and how the emotional beats connect throughout these movies, it is there. And it's not just like, it's there if you look hard enough. No, it's there. it's there and it's present, you know?
Someone on the Discord, you were speaking about it briefly this week on the Discord, and I can't remember who it was, but someone specifically said they respected your dedication to squinting hard enough at a bad movie until it became a good one. And I was sat there like,
checked out the conversation.
I knew when I saw you hadn't responded again, I went, that's ticked him off.
I'm not getting involved in this because I'll say something I regret. Okay, so I'm just gonna step away.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. I'll tell you something I really, really like about this, right, is firstly, the opening sequence is amazing anyway. Like, it's really cool, the slow-mo kills and stuff. The choreography, I always think the choreography with the lightsabers in this era is so good. Like, and we'll get to it later on with the little scrap they've got on that little ship thing.
On the Death Star.
It is pieces of the Death Star, isn't it? Yeah. That ship thing. I mean, in fairness, it's not more than much of a ship thing right now. Something I really, really like about this, and it was something that I actually missed a little bit in The Last Jedi, was the gang, at least for Act 1, they're all together. They're doing Star Wars all together. They haven't separated. They're all kind of following this mission themselves. And there's really interesting character dynamics. I like it's more argumentative between Rey and Poe than I was expecting it to be. Like because they lead in different ways, and they're both vital, but they come from different worlds, so they have different approaches. And I like that Poe and Finn have a really remarkable friendship in this. Friendship being funny, because many people wanted them to kiss. I was among those people. Maybe not at the time, because I wasn't as woke as I am now, Nathan. But as in, like, I didn't know much about this until later on, when you told me that it had always been the case that people wanted Finn and Poe to be kissing and be boys, and I didn't realize that. And then since watching back The Force Awakens, I'm seeing the lip bite, I'm seeing the over the shoulder tracking 360 shot, and I'm like, yeah, these guys should kiss. These guys love each other. But I like their dynamic in this. It's very like best friend. Like there's moments where first of all, I appreciate that general. Like it's their back and forth is really snappy. I like how all of them act with one another in this.
I like the relationship quite a lot. These lot of clearly, they spent a year together now, whereas before they were just meeting each other, like Rey and Poe meet for the first time at the end of the last movie. But yeah, they've built up a relationship, and it's scrappy, it's banterous, it's I like Rey and Poe arguing at the beginning. I like him being like, hey, what did you do to my droid? He's like, what did you fucking do to my ship? Okay, like, fucking hell, the state the Falcon is in. I love light speed skipping, man. How cool is that whole fucking sequence?
It's fucking awesome.
Where they're fucking just jumping through light speed again, following on from The Last Jedi. The tracking, the Empire, the First Order being able to track them, it all connects. The light speed skipping is so cool.
Isn't there one really fun line or something where Rey's like, you can't light speed skip the Falcon, and Poe's like, turns out you can. Because I did. Fuck you.
I mean, she's kind of right though. The thing's fucking fucked afterwards. It's on fire.
But fun.
poor BB-8, he gets shafted while Rey's doing her training. Bless her. Yeah. I love Rey doing her training. Master Leia as well. Leia's her master now.
Yeah, Master Leia. Well, speaking of Leia, I guess, because this is the first kind of sequence where you see her when she is training Rey and she has that conversation. Obviously a shame. Obviously a shame that there couldn't have been more. But I think what they were able to put together, whilst obvious, is pretty remarkable. That they were able to still somehow give her like a through line and a character arc throughout this film. Do you know what I mean?
I do. But this is a rare instance where I disagree. I think,
okay, all right.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work for me. I think technically it's impressive. Visually and technically it's all very impressive. But like, I don't know. To me, it just feels like they were working with what they had, which was fucking different takes and deleted scenes from The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. Okay, so not a lot, basically. To me, I can just see that the scenes are written around what they have, basically. Like, they need Leia says this, so they need the other characters to say this, this, and this, and this, and I just can't not see that when I'm watching these scenes, And there's also other stuff which I don't really care about, but it does take you out a little bit. Like there's the scenes where Leia is talking to Rey, but clearly she was originally talking to Han because she's looking right up. Like her eye line is nowhere near where it should be. Okay. So yeah, it's a little bit taken out. And like there's a line in The Force Awakens where she says never underestimate a droid. And like they clearly just use an alternate take of that line in this movie because then it becomes a through line for this movie as well. Weirdly enough, like I don't know. I think it's obviously such a shame for first and foremost because Carrie Fisher unfortunately tragically passed away. Just full stop. But yeah, it's
2016.
2016, 10 years this December it'll be.
So after they'd filmed The Last Jedi, but before
Just
any
after-
work probably took up on this.
Yeah, just after they filmed. Well, yeah, The Last Jedi wasn't even out.
Yeah.
So yeah, just after they finished filming The Last Jedi, but before it came out, and obviously before this went into production. So, and obviously the idea was that like, you know, Force Awakens, Han Solo, Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker, The Rise of Skywalker, Leia, but unfortunately that never came to fruition, which is a shame, you know?
Life's life, do you know what I mean? Like, and what I think is, and I look, when I'm saying I appreciate it and it's remarkable, nothing you've said is untrue. Like, it is quite obviously clear that like that Rey says something, and then like at the end of a big speech, Rey goes, "But then again, you already know that, don't you?" And she's like, "Yes." And then Rey's like, "Of course you'd say that because you're my master and you say all of this stuff and this is what you think." And she's like, "You got it."
It's the other characters filling in the dialogue and stuff.
It's papering over cracks, and it is a shame. But I appreciate that they stuck to it. I think that so many, and I know she would have been impossible to write out, but they left out that message from Palpatine. They didn't show you a scene where Palpatine was like reborn. It's not above this series to just go, unfortunately, she passed away off screen. But I appreciate
it felt strange.
It would have felt too strange with Leia.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that they've tried something. And yes, it's
and recasting would have also felt strange
in the last movie. Could you imagine?
The last movie? Yeah. I'm not against a recast. I think Billy Lord does a fucking amazing. Billy Lord does play Leia in the scene with where she's training.
Yeah, it's they paper over her face,
which they don't even need to be honest, because she looks so much like her mother. It's fucking insane.
Yeah. You put her in that haircut, like, come on,
this must have been an experience for her to film as well. Bless her. But yeah, like I'm fully in the camp of Billy Lord to play Leia in a fucking post Return of the Jedi story. You know, absolutely do that. She's amazing. But for this movie, it would have been too much. I think it would have been like, well, you get Meryl Streep or someone to fucking. It'd have been too distracted.
It would have been too distracting.
Benjamin Bratt works for me as fucking Bail Organa. You know, Benjamin Bratt does work for me in Andor, but I don't know, in the big tentpole, in the final movie in the Skywalker saga, it's just
not to mention it's Leia. Like,
Leia
is not Bail Organa.
She's his daughter.
I don't know. I think that there's I appreciate what they did, and I also think there's a big difference between this and like resurrecting an actor for a role, like whatever the fuck they're talking about doing with Paul Walker, bless him.
Oh god, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. And I think there's a big difference there. Because this is closing out something that she was clearly intending to do, and this is honoring.
It's not some ghoulish AI recreation or anything like that.
Not at all.
No, it's just using what they had basically, which admittedly isn't a lot. Really.
Isn't a lot, and but I commend them for doing it, and I respect them for doing it because it would have been so much easier on the production, on the VFX artists that worked on this, just to go, she died off screen. But that's disrespectful, and to give her send off in the same way that Luke got his and Han got his, to give her send off on the screen and have it matter to the character and her son and be a pivotal plot point. In the redemption arc of the villain of the piece. They could have easily done less with her, and I appreciate what they did do, despite the fact that it sticks out like a sore thumb.
I think so too.
Yeah, so I think that's really, really cool. I tell you who stands out for me in this.
Me.
Not like a sore thumb, but in a way that he has never
Claude?
really done before. No, I do like Claude, though. And I was going to ask you to explain the homophobic Claude law.
He's not homophobic, okay?
I know he's not, but
those scenes do not connect, okay?
that Nathan's referring to, there's a big Claude, right? There's a Claude. He's in the Falcon at the beginning. Or the Falcon? Is he in the Falcon?
Yeah, he's in the Falcon. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the big slug thing, and someone edited it years back after the release of this movie. Someone edited it so that the, you know how Disney have always done, every year they have the first on-screen same-sex kiss or whatever. They always say, we did this for the first time ever.
Which, this pisses me off as well. No, they never say that.
Do they not say that?
No, other people say that, and then people, why am I, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, this is Disney, man.
Yeah.
Let me dog on him.
But I don't like, I like the truth, okay?
Yeah.
There's enough to be mad at without making shit up, okay?
But anyway, yeah, two ladies in this had a kiss. They shared a kiss at the end once all the ships have been blown up and the day's won. And someone edited Claude having a disapproving look.
Yeah.
to it, which is very funny. But anyway, yeah, Claude's not homophobic. But
they didn't edit it. They just stitched two different scenes together.
Yeah.
Okay. And he doesn't have a disappointing look. He just has a look. He's just a fucking weird alien slug monster. Okay. Do you know what's so funny to me though? Do you know what the funniest thing to come out of that is? The fact that in Jedi Survivor, okay, so the sequel to Fallen Order, the second game, there is a clawed slug monster in that game on the homeworld planet. I can't remember what it's called. Who is seemingly in a gay relationship with another guy, and they like put him in there to fight back against homophobic Claude. Which is
homophobic
very
Claude.
funny.
That's fun. That's very fun.
But that scene, just jumping ahead, that scene at the end, there's one moment which takes me out of the movie every single time. I think it's Chewie hugging someone. I think it's Chewie hugging Rose, actually. But I get taken out of that scene every single time just because of one extra right next to them. Do you know who that extra is?
Hang on. You're gonna have to show me. What next to them?
To the right.
Oh my fucking god! Is that Lin-Manuel Miranda?
That's Lin-Manuel Miranda.
The fuck is he doing?
That's Lin-Manuel Miranda.
What the fuck is he doing?
Just there chilling, you know.
That's so ridiculous. How random is this? There was the guy, the Hobbit was in this as well. Everyone likes. Not the Hobbit, one of the Hobbits from Lord of the Rings.
Beaumont Kin.
That's it. Yeah,
A very Beaumont Kin's his name in this. He's a very funny character. He's got some very lines which I can't help but laugh at. When like the biggest meme of this movie is somehow Palpatine returns, but what the biggest meme should be is the line that immediately follows that by Beaumont Kin, which is dark science, cloning, secrets only the Sith knew. That's fucking hilarious.
It's so much worse.
What are we doing? What are we doing here, brother?
It's really. I can't remember the other one, but there's several moments where I don't know whether because like he's a good actor. I've seen Lord of the Rings, right? But I don't know if he's that good in this, or whether they just gave him the worst lines imaginable. Because there's a couple of instances where he says something and I just go like, all right, that felt strange.
He's a funny inclusion.
Yeah. But no, speaking of funny inclusions, Nathan, the person that does stick out to me, this is C-3PO's movie, man.
This is such a good C-3PO movie.
He's so funny in this movie.
C-3PO's goated in this movie. He's hilarious as well. And also, like, emotional as well.
Yeah,
like
there's moments there, yeah.
Taking one final look at my friends. They're so sweet. They're so heartbreaking. Bless him.
I do think it is a little, it's funny, but it is immediately underserved by, wait a minute, I just thought of something we could do.
That's funny though.
It is funny.
Good stuff.
It is good stuff.
Yeah.
There was a couple that got me. The Babu Frick. That's one of my oldest friends. That's a great joke.
Frick, yeah, he's one of my oldest friends.
When he's stalling for time with the stormtrooper, and he goes, "That's not even a language.
That's not even a language."
Because he's just going like, blah 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 blah.
And then
blah,
he just
blah.
gets shot.
Yeah. And the last one is so good, which I actually saw a short recently. What's his name? He voices BB-8. He's Parks and Rec. He's Ben Schwartz. Yeah. This was apparently he was with J.J. Abrams on set, and J.J. Abrams was looking for some punch-ups and was speaking to some of his more funny mates. Was like, you got any just fun inclusions for C-3PO here? Because we can just throw that line in wherever. We can just get Anthony Daniels to record it whenever. And it's when they crash through in the desert. And Poe goes like, Finn, Ray, you all right? And C-3PO goes, you didn't say my name, but I'm okay.
Oh, when they fall into the pit.
Yeah. Just, I don't know what it is. There's just something in the water today with C-3PO's with C-3PO in this movie, because he's funny. He's always funny.
He is always funny.
But he gets so many chances to be hilarious in
this isn't really a line, but just the look of him on Kijimi in the coat, the big coat on him as he's running around Kijimi is so good as well.
They have to put a little hood over it.
Yeah, it's so good. I love it.
Something I did want to talk about. In this movie, a battalion of defected stormtroopers. What's your thoughts on the inclusion of these guys? The design of these guys?
You're talking about Jana and her crew.
Yeah, who I believe is Naomi
Aki.
Yeah. I like Naomi Aki. I think she's really good.
I like Naomi Aki. She's good. Yeah. Good. We only really see Naomi Aki really out of her whole crew. I think it's a good inclusion. I wish there was more of it. Okay.
I agree.
I think there's I think one of the unfortunate losses of this movie is a sort of a Finn Stormtrooper rebellion storyline, which I think is a casualty of this. I would have loved them to do more with that, maybe get some more First Order troopers to join their cause and that sort of stuff, and to defy, their
have a moment where they eventually get to recruit more and stuff.
Exactly. To get First Order troopers to put down their guns and reject their programming and that kind of stuff. I think that would have been a good moment to include. I do wish there was more of that in the movie. Yeah.
Even if you explore it in a way that wouldn't break the narrative of this, because Naomi Aki has a fabulous scene where she's describing her battalion of stormtroopers all kind of instinctively. They make about that it's kind of the Force inspired all of them. Every single one of them, they had that gut instinct, that feeling to just essentially put their blasters down and say no. We're not doing this, which is the exact thing that Finn had, the exact kind of revelation that Finn had in his brain. And I thought, even if you don't want to explore it narratively, you could at least show us that scene. I would love to have seen something like that. Explored a little bit. I'm in your camp as well. I wish it was explored a little more, and I wish we could have seen what that looked like. I also think design-wise, you miss a trick by having these guys go into battle, and it's not like stormtrooper armor, but in this kind of more, you can speak more to this, right? But you know how in various Clone Wars media, they obviously it's a bit more suited up and stuff, but they have their sigils and their colors, and they have their individuality.
Clone Wars, Clone's very personal.
Yeah.
The reason I love the Clone Wars is I'm just going to sidetrack on this. I always say this,
sure.
But it's just something I love to bring up. Okay, and it's why Clone Wars is so good. The ending of the Clone Wars specifically. All throughout the Clone Wars, we see how personalized, how much personality the clones have. They're all one fucking person. They're all Jango Fett, essentially. But they have such unique personalities. They all have different haircuts, different tattoos, different personal branding on their armor, different fucking whatever. They all have unique personalities and different color armor and branding. And I think what's such a good way of showing that in the Clone Wars is giving us 7 seasons of that, showing us the clones with their uniqueness on full display. And then the final scene of the Clone Wars is sometime after the fall of the Republic, during the Empire, and Vader is on a planet and he's got his stormtroopers there, and they're just plain white soldiers.
Yeah.
There's no unique branding. There's no personality to them whatsoever, despite the fact that these are not clones. These are individual people, and they're just more clone-like than the actual clones. You know?
Yeah. I think that that juxtaposition is. I haven't seen it. I haven't finished out the Clone Wars, obviously, but that juxtaposition is so interesting, and it's always I've always been somewhat interested in the fact that stormtroopers are indoctrinated kids, effectively.
And that's more a First Order thing.
Oh, is it more of a? I thought.
Yeah.
The stormtroopers more just it's
just
a job.
recruits. Yeah.
Like the army, essentially. Well, I suppose that would make sense for the Empire. Yeah. But no, that kind of juxtaposition between those two kind of factions is very, very interesting. But I just think, I think with this, like they miss a trick by like, imagine having like broken down storm, because they're going into battle, right? But like, imagine having broken down stormtrooper armor that's like strapped together with like pieces of rope, and like you've got some stormtrooper blasters, you've got like, I don't know, some of the knee pads and the shoulder pads and stuff. Like just design wise, I feel like they missed the trick by just putting them in, as Star Wars loves to, yet again, some more fucking beige rags. Like,
yeah, I get it, but I also like
they strip it away. I understand. I get that.
They took off the armor for a reason.
I get that, but if my mentality
you're not taking off a Nazi uniform and then putting it back on to go into battle, are you?
I totally get it, but if it's a Nazi helmet and I'm going in and there's a chance I'm going to get my head shot, I'm going to be like, I respect my moral integrity enough to know that I'm not selling myself out by wearing this.
Yeah, but there's a reason why the faceless fascist army have a faceless helmet design, you know?
Yeah, well then do away with the helmets. Just give them like the scraps of their old armor or something.
Yeah.
Like have them, I don't know, have them all sit in TIE fighters and decorate them like their rooms, put their posters on them. No, that's obviously facetious, but I do think you... And kind of like in a broader sense in terms of character, like expand that arc with Finn, with Finn a little bit more. Kind of have that explored a little. This is the fall of the Final Order. You're never going to get another shot for them to recruit people that they are akin to, that they had the same experiences as. So it makes sense. Why would you not give them? Finn grows into such a leader in this, but they kind of, unfortunately, lump him together with Poe and do this shared narrative arc. And I'm like, but you're both different characters. This for Poe is wonderful because in the last movie he grew to be a leader, and this movie he has to prove that he's worth his salt as a leader. Whereas Finn, his whole arc throughout this entire trilogy has been discovering joining a cause on his own terms as opposed to just being pushed into one. And it would have been inspiring to see him end it by trying to encourage others to do the same. I thought that would have been nice.
Yeah, I don't think it has... This movie's already quite crowded, you know?
It is, yeah.
I don't know if we can squeeze another fucking plotline in it. Like, yeah, great, in its own movie. Give John Boyega his own movie. Do that. Fucking hell. I'd watch that. I just think, like, you're not in a mainline Star Wars movie, and we'll talk about this some more as well, but, like, it's tip of the iceberg storytelling, you know? You're not going to get the full picture in a mainline Star Wars movie. That's why there's so much expanded media.
I think I agree. I just think if we're talking about things that could be cut, there's storylines that could go from this to make room for something narrative. The spy shit, all of the Hux. I've kept my tongue on it.
Which amounts to about 2 minutes of screen time.
But then all the General Pride stuff that goes along with it.
Are you fucking kidding me? Richard E. Grant, finally where he belongs in Star Wars.
I like him.
Fuck you, man.
I like
Richard
him.
E. Grant is great in this movie.
I like him. There's a reason his character exists, and it's because they already diluted Hux. If they hadn't have diluted Hux, he wouldn't exist.
Who cares?
I care.
Who fucking cares?
One of the best parts of The Force Awakens was that insane, unhinged, terrifying performance from Donald Gleeson.
One of the best parts of Rise of Skywalker is fucking Richard E. Grant's performance. Guy's a fucking legend, man. Guy invented acting. He's so good. Like, he should have been playing a fucking Star Wars fucking Empire officer from the fucking beginning.
I do not disagree with you. He is not out of place here. But I just, well, a quick aside then. The Hux spy thing. Where are you at?
Yeah, it was fine. I really...
Is it not just a bit like,
no,
what are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
It's so boring.
Does it not make... all right, what if this 2 minute screen time is so egregiously boring?
All right,
okay?
I understand.
Is it the fact that it makes sense that he's a spy given how much he fucking hates Ben? And won't do anything to sabotage him? You said it yourself last fucking week. He fucking was gonna kill the guy whilst he was fucking knocked out in Snoke's throne room, okay? He can't stand Ben. It's fucking eating at him to see that this Weasley cunt is head of the First Order. He's the supreme leader now. He has to bow and respect and say, long live the supreme leader to Ben Solo of all people. That's eating away at him. Why wouldn't he turn spy?
Because I just think it's a bit like I hear what you're saying and I do get it. I just think the reveal of it, the cartoonish nature of it, how little is done with it, it's and when you look at the character that you had in Force Awakens, and I get that stuff has happened since then, you know, Snoke's death, obviously Ben rising to the top, like you said, would have influenced his decision there. But I do think there is something to say about, like, he wasn't striving to get to the top because he wanted to be Snoke's fucking son. Like, he wanted to be the head of this regime.
know,
so to try and no, I know you're not saying
is.
that, but like, but trying
I don't
to
think this
win by
movie is trying to
burning
say he is, though.
No, but I think by trying to
It's just Ben. He just wants Ben out of the way. It's not because he wants Ben's place. He doesn't want fucking the rebellion to win. He just wants Kylo Ren to lose. Okay?
I don't think that he's actively trying to help the rebellion. I get all of that stuff's clear. I know he just wants to dick over Kylo Ren.
But he also doesn't want the power for himself. He just fucking hates this guy and wants him gone.
Then it just feels a little empty. Like, then what are you if you don't want anything as a character besides another character to not be there, then it kind of feels narratively unsatisfying. Like I cannot physically believe that the man who screamed to the point where his eyes were bulging out of his head about the might of the First Order, while he literally genocided several planets, would be this guy. It doesn't compute in my brain. It's
Why?
like taking.
Is it too cartoonish and silly?
I think so, maybe, but there's something in the sense that it's the actions of Mega Hitler becoming Mega Ally. Like, what's happening?
He's not an ally, though, is he?
Well,
he's not.
At the very least, a traitor to the institution that he was being Mega Hitler for. Then,
yeah, but only because of, again, to fucking get rid of Ben. That's literally it. That's his end being goal. And I would argue that if you're pointing out like how silly and cartoonish it was, do you not think the same of The Last Jedi? The fucking hold for hugs and all that sort of shit?
The Last Jedi started it on a path. Absolutely, you're right. Because it does absolutely become more cartoonish with the whole, like, I can hear you, can you hear all of that stuff. Like,
what, he can hear me.
Yeah, he can. Oh, yeah. That stuff absolutely starts it down a path, but it's just... And this is going to sound like I'm just giving The Last Jedi a pass instead of Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
But I don't know. It makes the bed and the Rise of Skywalker lies in it. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels a step too far to be...
Okay.
And also, The Last Jedi didn't fundamentally alter his character or his motivations in the way
I don't think this did.
Does.
I don't think it does.
I mean, they literally have him not switch sides, but
he doesn't switch sides. I think you've got this into your head that he's full on waving the flag for the resistance.
No, I don't think that. I cannot be misconstrued in that.
Saying?
I do not
he's
think
not.
that. I understand the very, very straight to the point line that he doesn't care about the rebellion, right? That didn't wash over me and I go, he's lying there. Like, I totally get it. But I just think you can't care that much about the institution that you're screaming your head off for it and glory to it and all of that stuff in The Force Awakens. And then in like a year's jump, be the same character that is selling the secrets of just to spite the guy that's the head of it. I understand the micro motivations there, but in the sense that he fucking hates Ben, I get all of that. But I just think it's bizarre. I don't know. It seems...
Okay. I'm sorry that all 2 minutes of that storyline
Thank you.
is so deeply upsetting to you.
Thank you. It's not about the screen.
I don't think
it's
it's
about
2 minutes. I think it's probably less than that, if we're being honest.
But it's about the meaning, isn't it? Like, you can't... If we're going to say that, like, the Han Solo is less than 2 minutes. Are you going to tell me that scene's not important?
No, it's very important. It's crucial.
Exactly. I don't think this is crucial, but it adds to the puzzle piece of the movie being put together. And for me, it detracts rather than adds.
It's just such a minor thing, though. It's like, it doesn't... If you take it out of the movie, ultimately, really what changes? It's it's there. Honestly, it's something I don't even think about that much, because it's there. It's kind of funny. I'm the spy. Enough, yeah. I'm the spy. Pretty funny. I knew it. Oh, that's kind of funny, you know?
Yeah.
Richard E. Grant just fucking shooting him. Pretty funny.
I do like Richard E. Grant I do like him lying his ass off about, like, they overpowered me, and he's like, oh yeah, did they? Just slyly grabs the blaster, shoots him. We found the spy. All good.
Yeah.
Also, the power of which that fucking blaster bolt smashes him back and he just slides across the floor. It
goes flying. Yeah.
That's fucking horrible stuff. Yeah, look, it's not for me personally, but it's not
fine.
egregious.
It's 2 minutes of story time.
Yeah, I know, but it can still matter though. Like,
But it doesn't.
to you, it does, and it also doesn't to me, to be honest. But it's
Hugs
something
your
that,
favorite character?
no, but he was.
So who cares?
But he is an interesting facet. You know, I love The Force Awakens, right?
Yeah.
He is an interesting aspect
because
of why
he has
I find
that
that
one
movie
speech where he screams.
good. No, not about that. Not just that. I find the and The Last Jedi expands on it, obviously, but the bond between him and Ben very, very interesting. I find like
this delivers on that. This keeps it going.
I don't think it delivers on it. I think it brushes him off.
I think it delivers on it in a way that you don't personally enjoy, and that's fine.
Yeah, I would say that's probably fair. Yeah.
So there we go.
So fuck Star Wars.
Okay.
Fuck this movie.
All right.
What do you want to talk about? I've got some more notes, but I've realized that I've just been kind of listing shit I wanted to talk about. So what do you want to say?
Adam Driver's so good, man.
Adam Driver's so good.
He might be the best fucking actor who's ever been in Star Wars, apart from Richard E. Grant. Richard E. Grant's incredible.
Richard E. Grant. Well, with those all 2 minutes, to be fair, he outshines him in this.
Richard E. Grant is so good. But no, Adam Driver is like, he's so fucking good, man.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think Adam Driver is, especially when it later on and he shifts back into Ben mode. The physical performance there is genuinely astounding. I know it's helped because they do his hair different and the scar's not there, but he looks, the way he moves and the way he carries himself, he looks and feels like 10 years lighter. Like, I don't know, there's just something, and like the smile, I swear to God, you don't see that man smile at any other point in this entire trilogy.
You don't see Adam Driver smile ever. It's rare to see Adam Driver smile.
It's a rare sight.
He's so good, man.
The scene with Han, the actual. Would you want to talk about that moment as a whole with Leia's passing?
No,
It was such a natural progression.
Palpatine, I think, looks so good, and
Palpatine looks
terrifying and creepy, and like he's got like pieces of his fingers missing and the bone showing through them. Yeah, it's also creepy, and he's, what does he say? Is the line from Revenge of the Sith? The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. And then the lightning the lightning hits and you see his fucked face and everything.
Oh, also there's like it happens a lot. I think it happens exclusively on Exegol, so I'm going to call it. I'm just going to say those noises are native to the planet and they happen.
All the screeching.
It's fucked up, isn't it?
It's so creepy. Yeah, it's like playing a violin badly.
Yes.
Know?
Yeah.
It's like it's music but fucked, you know?
It is music but fucked.
It is. Yeah. It's music but fucked.
It's
like
so deeply unpleasant
and wrong and horrible, and it's like just really adds to the creepiness of Exegol. And like I say, everything looks dead. Everything looks There's no life to this planet. It's cold. The look of it is so visually interesting, although it's bad because it's not colourful, apparently, because every scene ever needs to be colourful.
Wait, who says this? Do people say
film
this?
Twitter say this. They're like,
fuck off.
if it's not colourful, then it's bad. Like, all right, but maybe it's thematic that it's this way. You know, maybe it's important that there's no colour in this particular fucking place.
That's
full
a
of
dumb
death.
criticism.
Yeah.
That's also like the vibes of it in general. Exegol, like just the thousands upon tens and tens of thousands of fucking Sith or whatever.
The Sith Eternal.
They're just chilling there. Was there? Because you said about this, and I understand. I'm a fool to try and expect answers to these weird little things in Star Wars movies.
Yeah, you are.
But who the fuck are these guys? What's their deal?
They're just the Sith Eternal. They're just basically Sith loyalists. They're just here for that kind of shit. They're also everyone like who's working so everyone who's part of the First Order, the Final Order, on the Star Destroyers and everything like that, they're all basically descendants of the Sith Eternal who have just been here on this planet breeding, weirdly enough. So they have an army ready to take over again.
Guys, Kylo Ren's always here. Get your cloaks back on, all right? It's disgusting in here. Someone clean up. Maybe they've just got a bunch of cloned Snokes with mops, just wiping up bodily fluids.
I found the Snoke thing interesting because we still don't really know what the deal with Snoke was. Like, we don't know, was Snoke aware? Was Snoke basically just a meat puppet and Palpatine was in control the whole time? Or was Snoke something Palpatine created who had his own thoughts and agency and wasn't aware that he was being controlled by Palpatine? We don't know.
I love the idea. It fits proper into Snoke canon for me. That Snoke is.
Is he Kino Loy?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Is
Well,
he
it depends on if you got to throw Snoke into a paddling pool and see if he swims or not. Like, that's the only true way to say.
It's true.
But I think it fits well within Snoke that he is just a puppet that doesn't realize it. Like it would fit very thematically into the whole like I see him turning his lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like it just bro's clueless. Bro thinks he has all the answers and has none of them. Yeah, it'd be funny. Also, I like his little dressing gown that he wears.
I like his
we
little
didn't touch on
dressing
it
gown.
last week.
Yeah, no,
his lovely
it's fine.
gold piece.
One thing also we didn't touch on last week I wanted to mention as well. It's so I love it so much. One of my favorite moments in all of Star Wars, and it's so silly but so fun. At the end, when they're back on the Falcon, BB-8 comes up to Rey and he just leans forward and shows her his antenna that's fixed now and working because she fixed it in the first movie. It's so sweet.
That is quite
He's
sweet.
like, look at my antenna, it's working. Oh, he's so sweet.
That is sweet. Well, quick sidebar here. This is a great movie for weird little cunts, isn't it? We've got
We'll
Dio.
talk about Dio. I'll get to Dio, okay?
Okay. Well,
I
let's
got
talk
so much to say. I got essays on Dio, okay?
essays on Dio. All right. Do you have that? Is my man packing that same kind of enthusiasm for Babu Frick?
I love Babu Frick.
What a weird little freak.
is ready.
This right here, right? If I would give, and I think you even put me onto this because I didn't even realize it until you did. But if I could echo one of your criticisms and champion it here of Andor, where's the weird cunts?
Where's the weird little guy?
Where's the weird little cunts?
Where's
like
the
this?
weird little guys?
There's
I know
one
Andor is
in
like a more
season
serious thing, but like
Yeah.
we need more weird little guys. You know, one of the best parts of Andor is in kind of spoiler alert, I guess, but like in the end of season 2 when Cleia is going through the hospital to. I won't say what she's doing, but she's going through the hospital, and she just takes this old grandma alien or whatever, who's just in a wheelchair. Poor woman doesn't have a clue what's going on. She's like, magic order, and Clay's just like, what?
Yeah.
It's so good, man.
I love that. I love in Andor in season 1. It's like one of the few instances where there is like some sort of alien. I think there's also a one that Andor sneaks into the house of because he left his shit. He left his
There's
gold
the
there.
one on I can't remember the name of the planet, but the planet Andor lives on.
Oh, Ferrix.
Ferrix, that's it, yeah. Who's like been hired as muscle.
Yeah, this is the one I mean.
Yeah. He's like, oh, sorry, you said you.
and he's this hulking enormous thing, and Andor's like, I can't believe he roped you into this, and he's like,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Yeah. That's very funny. And then there's the guys when they escape the prison as well.
Who are the guys when they escape?
You know, they got the ship when they
yes,
escape the prison.
and Andor thinks they're going to be like fucking eaten or whatever. He's like, I'll give you a ride.
Yeah.
I'm a nice alien.
Yeah. But yeah, you need more weird little cunts. I think one of the best decisions Lucasfilm have made in the last few years is fully leaning into Ancellans, which is the species of Babu Frick, because they showed up in The Mandalorian. They're going to be in The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Did they? Were they in The Mandalorian?
They're on the fucking... They're in a little hole in the wall fixing shit.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, there are. Yes. And doesn't he go and give him something and it's like...
Yeah, bad baby! Bad baby!
That's it. Yes.
Yeah, they're going to be in the movie as well with...
awesome.
You see Grogu like crawling through a sewer with them all, so that's going to be fun.
It's so weird.
Grogu and some little Anzellans, man, that's sick, you know?
Oh, man. It's just the... Yeah, the droid is ready line is fucking hilarious.
Isn't it fucking...
It's
what's the
Moaning
face?
Myrtle.
Yeah, it's Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah.
It does the voice, isn't
Who
it?
just appears
Bizarre.
in so many weird things.
Bizarre stuff, man. She's always
Yeah.
showing up, man.
Yeah.
A woman who is seemingly possibly 60 years old.
I think she's at least 50. She was
Yeah.
at least she was
like 30 at the time of the Harry Potter
Yeah.
movies.
and like late 30s, I think.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm a little toilet,
I'm a-
14-year-old or whatever.
I'm a 14-year-old in a toilet. Harry, let me see your penis.
Yeah,
Okay?
Harry, show us your junk,
Show
man.
me your dick, Harry. Show
him
me your
out.
dick, 14-year-old Harry Potter. Crazy.
But yeah,
Yes.
so there is. I appreciate weird little guys in this, of which there's a few. There's also the one that goes "win the war" and then gets decapitated immediately. I guess.
Oh yes, yeah. Speaking of which, the Knights of Ren. Okay, love how they're just aura farming, like just stood on that rock on Pisana.
It's like a music video shot, isn't it?
Just aura farming on that. But I also love like when they come in with their head. There's their janky ass spaceship flying in, leaving a trail of fucking dust and debris behind it. You see them walking through the pristine, clean, slick hallways of the First Order ship in their muddy boots and the floor just being dirtied behind them as they walk in like some grunge punk band, you know, and then just throw down the head of this cunt, you know. Yeah. Was also very funny to me. This is just a Star Wars very funny thing. There's obviously the scene where that little fucking monkey thing just like rebuilds Kylo's mask, you know?
Oh,
and it's like it's got the Kitsujini thing throughout it. And it's all very cool and stuff. But what's funny about this is technically in canon, this is his second helmet, okay? This is not the helmet that was destroyed in The Last Jedi, okay?
It's not?
No, because technically, because of, and this is the funniest thing, this is why it's so funny, because of Disneyland, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, okay, they have a Kylo Ren, and the time period of the Galaxy's Edge you said is between, well, it was, I think it's changing now, but it was between The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. They have a Kylo Ren on Batuu, and he wears the helmet because it's not Adam Driver.
Of course, yeah, makes sense.
So to fit in story-wise, he had a second helmet made after The Last Jedi, and then somehow at some point smashed that one up again. And now he's got this.
That's so dumb.
Which is just something I think is very funny.
That is ridiculous. So they don't care about some of them, though, do they? Because am I right in thinking that the person who plays Rey at Galaxy's Edge is like fucking incredible? Like,
yeah, I think there's a few people who play Rey.
Well, there's one because I remember seeing in Tweet there was just like a video of that actress obviously just getting to work being Rey, and it was like Galaxy's Edge Rey can save me or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of fun. I tell you,
I think it makes sense though to have like masked Kylo Ren there, really.
He's built his walls back up again, isn't he? He's a little.
No, I mean, sorry, Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, a Galaxy's Edge, right?
Yeah,
yeah. That does make sense. Yeah.
If you can like do the voice and everything, then like, you know, it's all like pre-recorded lines in those masks. So
also, find me anyone on planet Earth that even resembles Adam Driver. It's
I know.
Impossible.
Yeah,
such an odd-looking, strange man.
Who's that skinny little man in that cloak and mask? That is not Adam Driver.
He has a bizarre head and big ears, but also long hair. And despite having features that most would class as ugly, he's still sexy.
He's so handsome.
Yeah,
he's
which
so
make
handsome,
sense.
man. Yeah, I can see why Rey is like fucking twirling her hair in this movie.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, she is. She gives him a little smooch as well. She makes the first move. Very progressive, I think.
All right. Okay.
Let's talk about the moment as a whole.
Which moment?
Because they have their showdown. Well, in fact, it's kind of a cornucopia of leading on, isn't it? It's the Palpatine reveal, their showdown, Leia's death, and the Han scene all back to back, which is a pretty.
We'll get to that. We've got loads to get through first, man.
Well, what do you want to get through first?
I want to talk about Pisana.
What the fuck is Pisana? Is that a curry?
No, Pisana.
What the fuck is a Pisana?
I think you're thinking of passata.
I am,
which is an Italian tomato sauce. Okay.
No, I'm thinking of another one. Oh, Pasanda is a curry.
Oh, Pasanda. Okay. Yeah. No, Pasana's the desert planet they go to. Okay.
Oh, right.
The festival of the Aki Aki occurs every 42 years. Okay.
Yeah.
This movie was 42 years after A New Hope came out.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Okay.
So it would have been happening.
Lando's here.
Lando is there. I forgot Lando was in this.
Yeah, exactly, man. Lando's here. It's all cute. I love the little alien girl coming up to Rey and asking her, you know, what her family name is, and the heartbreaking look on Rey's face where she's like,
no.
I don't have one.
Yeah.
Like,
sorry, mate, but your necklace is sick.
Yeah. I love
I liked all the little. I like the baby class that's going on.
The baby
there.
class, they're all laughing. It's so cute,
I
man.
know.
The Festival of the Yaki looks so good, man. It's I think this movie visually it looks so good. I think it's got great sound design as well.
Oh god, it does.
Sound design is so good in this movie.
Star Wars is always good with sound design. Well, we spoke about that weird fucked violin thing on Exegol, right? Star Wars is so good at picking out shit that you've just never heard anything similar to that in your life. Like, think about the lightsaber sound, and then think about how you would describe it without saying the word lightsaber. It's fucking impossible. Like,
I do it like that.
Oh, to be fair, you'd go like that, and they'd go, "What does that sound like?" And you'd go, "A light." You sound like. This movie does look amazing as well. It's. I tell you what, there is a fucking. Just quickly,
does it have a persona?
There's a no.
Well, then you gotta wait.
All right, fine. Go on. Talk about your curry or whatever you want to
It's
talk
not
about.
curry. All right. It's the name of a planet. It's in the movie. Pay attention, okay?
you know too much about this kind of stuff.
No, it's in the movie. They say it. And listen.
I
okay?
gave you a pass for not knowing Ferrix, man. Come on.
I knew it. I just couldn't remember it. Okay.
Right, well, I knew this as well then. That curry.
Shut up. No, you didn't. I like the chase is very fun. The bike, the speeder chase, anything. What is wrong with people and this whole they fly now thing? Why is this the biggest crime of any movie ever made? Okay, I do not understand why people get so up in arms about they fly now. Okay,
It's just them. They fly now.
They just all right. First of all, people like fucking say they fly now, and then post pictures of like clone troopers with jetpacks or Imperial troopers with jetpacks. Okay, motherfucker. Finn and Poe have not seen the Clone Wars.
No,
okay,
they're not
Finn
Star
and
Wars
Poe
fans.
have not seen the original Star Wars trilogy. Okay, you can put all the pictures and gifs of Boba Fett you want. Okay, and also they're not talking about clones. They're not talking about Boba Fett. Okay, they're talking about First Order troopers. Okay, at this point we have not seen them fly until this point. Okay,
Yeah. It's
God.
People, you're absolutely right. This is one of the other lines that people just meme this movie to death over, and it's like, what's the bad part? Like, what's the part I'm supposed to find cringe?
I don't understand. They for some reason they're angry that Finn and Poe have not seen the prequels. Okay.
They weren't born, cunt. They weren't alive.
And also, even if they had, it still works. They're still talking about a different faction of people.
It's so weird. It's so weird that, like, this is the thing. This is what I mean when I say The Last Jedi broke people's brains, right? That suddenly film criticism shifted in from, like, was the story good to, they should know everything about the movie. Like, it's like, mate, come on.
Shut up.
If you watch those movies and that's you, firstly,
yourself.
I know you're not listening to this podcast.
You'd have turned this off a long time ago. Probably.
Yeah, you'd have absolutely got sick of it, right? But like, I don't understand. I cannot process how your brain works. If you're to say, I didn't like this choice, and therefore it's bad because it didn't pay heavy attention to all the lore things that I know. Like, think about it from a character perspective. You boring assholes, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Weird as shit. Weird as shit.
Love Rey force healing the serpent. Love the serpent. It's Ben. It's big. It's mean. It's scary looking. It just needs to be healed. Okay,
that's fun. I never considered that.
Yeah.
That's good. And then she does the same thing too. But correct me if I'm wrong. Was this when this movie came out? Had The Mandalorian also just aired an episode about healing or some shit?
Grogu force healed someone in The Mandalorian. That's like just a few weeks before this movie came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine what was the response to the Mandalorian episode? Because that I know that would have had execs shit in their pants.
I think generally positive. I think.
Okay, yeah. It's not something I see people pick apart. Obviously, I mean, like you could talk about it for death. I mean, like Obi-Wan could have done a little bit of summon for Kylo Ren, not for Kylo Ren, for Qui-Gon. You could nitpick it like that, I guess. What's your vibes on it? The force healing.
I'm perfectly fine with force healing. Like,
you don't. Is there not a part of you that thinks it's a bit like remove some stakes, remove some? If you can literally save someone from dying.
No, you can't though. You can't use it at literally any point you want to. Okay, like I don't know, to be honest. Like, I was gonna say, isn't Qui-Gon already fully dead? But he's not, no, because he does have that conversation with Kenobi at the end, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not even out here trying to nitpick things. I just think that, like,
I don't think anyone is really. I think it's largely fine.
I think people largely accept this. I do think there is an element to it that is a little bit like it kind of removes some of the weight of actions.
But it's also, I think you have to look at it as like, yeah, sure, you can bring someone back from the dead at the cost of your life.
Yes, but that's true at the end.
Yeah.
She has to fully resurrect someone, but she does just bring Kylo Ren back from a clearly fatal wound at one point.
A fatal wound.
She stabs him through the abdomen.
This is Star Wars.
Yeah,
Maul lost his fucking lower body, okay? Reva got stabbed the same way. So did fucking Sabine, okay? It's fine. You can get stabbed in Star Wars and you're fine, okay?
Well, then what kills people in Star Wars?
Losing your head, all right?
Losing your head. That's why they decapitated that
The
thing.
deaths are inconsistent, all right? It's vibes in the moment, okay?
I know, but to me, it felt like Rey had made a crucial mistake. Like, it felt like she had killed him, and to bring him back, I don't know. To me, it felt a little bit like
she hadn't killed him. No, she severely wounded him, and he probably would have died eventually if he got no medical attention. Okay.
Which he wouldn't have, because he's on that ship. He was on that Death Star piece.
He could fly off.
I
mean, he did. He did.
He did when
he got a fucking TIE fighter and flew off. So.
Well, yeah, but that was once he got healed. He can do anything once he's healed, can't he?
Well, yeah. I'm just saying. You know?
Look, I'm not even out here. Like, I'm not fighting against it. It doesn't take me out of the movie.
Like you are.
No. I'm advocating for a different point of view on it because it's an interesting aspect that they included in this.
But anyway, I think it's interesting though. I think it's a good thing to include, and I really like the through line of it as well. I think I love her healing the serpent, and then BB-8 comes up to her and she tells BB-8, "Oh yeah, I just healed it. I gave it a bit of my life so it could heal and move on." And then BB-8 does the same for Dio. BB-8 charges Dio.
Yeah.
He gives up his bit of his energy for Dio, brings him back to life.
Yeah, and she says you would have done the same as well. So I understand that. Thematically, it does fit quite nicely into it.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. You win. You won me over.
It's not.
You ding for Nathan on the point score.
Sure.
What else do you want to talk about?
I'm
just waiting to get to this stretch, man. This like 4 scene combo.
We'll get there. All right, I'm in no rush. Okay. I love the Ben versus. Well, not really versus, just the Ben in the TIE Whisperer going for Rey and then her jumping over it, slicing it open. Very cool. Very sick.
One of the first teasers for this, I think.
Yeah, one of the first teasers. Yeah, we didn't see her slice it open, but yeah, you just see her like jump over it.
Yeah. Looks cool as fuck.
Looks so sick. And then Ben goading Rey, pushing her further and further as they're having a little standoff with the trooper lander. Both of them pulling it with the Force, and then intentionally Ben trying to stop yawning. Stop it. All right. Ben trying to like push her, make her angrier and angrier until she uses the Force lightning, which for me that was like, fuck, holy shit, man. That's you never seen that. Never seen a light side user use Force lightning. So it was fucking mind blowing at the time. And with the added fact that fucking, as far as we know, Chewie's in that ship as well. And the heartbreaking fucking way Rey is like fucking thinks she just killed Chewie at that point.
Yeah, the stakes of that hit fucking hard. Look, we know what happens, right? Chewie's fine. Which
is fine. Get over it.
I also think it's a bit like, what are you doing?
It's movies. Right?
I don't want. But I don't want them.
Movies
to
are pulpy and especially Star Wars movies are pulpy like that. You know?
Yeah, I think it's. I always feel a little jaded, and I get it narratively, I get it, right? But like, I always feel a little jaded when a story says, have an emotional reaction to this. And like, Chewie dying is a big fucking deal. Yeah. So I was like, fuck, holy shit. I remember in the cinema watching this going like, oh my God, they just fucking killed Chewie.
They wouldn't just kill Chewie like that, though.
No, I know they wouldn't, but in the movie, you're not thinking like logic switched on like that. Like, so when they do it, I'm fine with it if the explanation is reasonable, but just the fact that he was apparently on a different ship and no one noticed that he moved into a different ship.
He didn't move into a different ship. He was just on a different ship.
Well, then
they didn't move him from one ship to another. Be like, "How we're being sneaky."
But then,
they were just messing with the wrong ship.
But then, even then, like that, I don't know. It just feels. Cheated is the wrong word, but it feels.
It is there to cheat you.
No, but what I'm saying is that the emotional reaction you made me have to it was then just like underdone. I don't know. I can't think of the right word to say it. Unsatisfying is not it, because I like Chewie and I like that he's alive. So I'm not mad at them for not killing him, but it's almost like, then why pretend? Do something that's actually going to have a long-lasting emotional stake and keep me thematically... keep me emotionally engaged in a way that isn't going to make me feel like an idiot for caring 5 minutes later, you know?
All right.
The same thing with 3PO in this as well. I don't go in for the whole, this is a big thing for C3PO to make this sacrifice. Never mind. No, it's not. Don't worry about it. Like it undercuts shit for me. This movie does a fair amount of times.
All right.
Do you not think? Does it not like bother you a little bit? I'm not going to call them fake out. Well, Chewie's one's a fake out death. C3PO's one's a bit
definitely
different.
a fake out death. C3PO is in no way a death at all.
No, but the memory thing of like, and they do. It's treated as a send off. It's treated as his memories will be wiped, and there's no way of restoring this until there is.
But earlier in the movie, he even says R2 has his backup memories.
I guess, yeah, but then you still treat it like such a I'm taking one last look at my friends kind of thing. And you could argue that maybe he doesn't know if they're going to get home. Like, yeah, I do appreciate that aspect of it, but it does feel a little unsatisfying for me, at least.
Sure, I guess, yeah, but like it's such a minor nitpick, you know? Like I just sure. All right.
I know. I'm not asking you to get on board with it.
It's not that I'm not on board with it. I understand. I just All right, cool. Move on. What do you want me to do about it? You know?
No, that's fair. Like I can't say you're wrong. But yeah, what else are we talking about? What else were we saying? What else are we out here talking about?
I love the Force connection stuff. Again, carrying on from The Last Jedi is done so well in this movie. I love the scene on Kijimi where Rey is and the Star Destroyer Ben's on Kijimi, and they're talking through the connection, and then they have the like little lightsaber fight as well through the connection, and then you see like pieces of the set of the Star Destroyer room like on the Kijimi planet and stuff as they're walking around. I think it's so well done. It looks great. It
does look so fucking good. It's I tell you what that is as well, and Last Jedi set the bar for this, but I actually think Rise of Skywalker takes it a little further. The editing is so fucking tight and so clean on that. It's, you know, there are rules of I've never fucking operated a camera or anything before, but I have a passive interest in it, and there are rules and things that you can't get wrong. Otherwise, it will hit that thing in your brain that makes a shot jarring. It will hit that thing in the brain that makes it go, something's not right there visually. It's wrong. Yeah. And the fact that this movie is shooting these actors in 2 different locations, but is able to completely keep up this conversational flow of them talking, but then also choreograph a fight in 2 different locations. And have that feel fluid is pretty staggering work. Like,
it's so well done. The way they're crossing into each other's setting as well. Like it's really good. It's so well done, I think.
Like it's like the Vader mask starts to fall in Rey's set and drops in fucking Ben's, and it's like Jesus Christ. Yeah. Do you know what it is? Weirdly enough, right? And here's one for the leggers. Here's one for the true still got legs listeners, right?
The leglings. I hate when you say leggers because it's not leggers.
Oh yeah, but someone else says leggers, don't they?
Well, they're wrong. Okay. It's leglings. Okay.
Something that I remember first thinking about this kind of thing in like stop motion has the same technique, but used to be back in the day. They can do whatever they want now. Case in point, the last regeneration we saw in Doctor Who, but used to be that an actor would have to go in and literally occupy the exact same space in a shot and a frame that the previous actor was occupying. Like behind the scenes of David Tennant's regeneration into Matt Smith, you can quite literally see behind the scenes footage of them going, lower your arms a little bit more, oh, no, too far. And like he's seeing Matt Smith adjust his arms and where they are. So they have that shot continuity when they switch over to him. They don't end up using it in the episode, which makes it even funnier. But I have always had an appreciation for such a tiny, specific attention to detail on things that will, at the end of the day, make the editor's life 10 times fucking easier when it comes to switching those shots. Because if you fuck it up, when I did my editing qualification, they deliberately gave us fucked footage. Some footage that was really good and some footage that was really bad from this scuffed production of a short film. And they went, make this work. And there are some instances where the director knew what he was doing, that it was great, and some instances where the director didn't know what they were doing, and I was like, oh, fuck you, dude. You fucked every angle I could come at this from. So yeah, I just love that kind of attention to detail in these films.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. And again, just looks... I mean, the results speak for themselves. It's a stunning movie, I think, especially during that scene.
It should be jarring, and it's not. And the fact that it's not, it speaks for itself.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So Endor, but not Endor. Not the forest moon of Endor.
Oh, Nathan, it's pronounced Andor.
No, shut up, you dickhead. The planet Endor. Where the Death Star is. Look, the dagger makes no sense, all right?
Okay, I'm glad you said it.
I'll admit that, okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. But whatever, it's a thing. They need a thing to get to a thing.
Yeah.
Sure, all right. Sure, it lines up exactly with the wreckage of the Death Star somehow. But
yeah, and especially you have to be standing exactly where they're standing.
Yeah.
This has all been critiqued to death.
At the exact distance as well, so it all lines up perspective-wise, yeah.
I'm curious if you'll let me lump this in there with the same. Sith Wayfinders are also just as stupid, I think.
No, Sith Wayfinders are fine.
You think they're fine?
Yeah, they're fine.
Why do we never agree on everything?
What's wrong with a Sith Wayfinder?
I just think they're show me a less obvious ex machina for a plot. You can't.
Why wouldn't they have a weird little compass that leads to this weird death planet, that the Empire is that the Emperor is purposefully keeping hidden in the unknown regions, okay?
I don't know whether
why not have a cool little compass that leads you there?
Cool.
Why isn't it cool?
I don't know why. It just looks bulky and stupid. I don't know. I don't know how quite to describe it. I think maybe the part of it is that it's called in... If a fan had made this name up, maybe. But the fact that it's called in movie a Sith Wayfinder just seems like it's... Oh yeah, it's someone's name being character McPlot development. Like it's so ridiculous.
No, this is nitpicking.
Cynical. This is
cynical nitpicking. Okay,
yeah.
Wayfinder is the most Star Wars sounding name possible. Okay, nothing is just like nothing's just like my drink. Oh, my beverage thirster, Like fucking Star Wars is a weird world like that, okay?
Yeah.
Things are called weird shit, all right?
It's just, I don't know why. It hits that part of my brain and goes, that's stupid.
Star Wars is stupid. Star Wars is silly and stupid, all right? Get over it.
And that's fair. Look, I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just, to be fair, you are right. They do name shit, dumb fucking shit all the time.
That's just Star Wars, brother.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. That's point 2 to Nathan. Nathan's got me round on it again.
But yes, the Death
knife
Star
thing, the dagger thing.
Fuck the dagger. It makes no sense. But the Death Star, very cool. Rey, she remembers her scavenger skills and is able to climb the Death Star. That's pretty fun.
That's pretty awesome.
Very cool little. In the when she goes into the throne room, very cool little Return of the Jedi musical sting of the Emperor's theme.
I can't say I noticed it, but that's cool.
All right, we'll kill yourself.
You listen to these scores. I don't really listen to these scores like that.
I'm watching the movie, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
No, but I know, as in, I would have recognized the Star Wars music, but I wouldn't have been able to say that's the throne room bit.
Okay.
And here's proof of that. I remember being in the cinema with you, and they were playing music, and I said to you, oh, that's cool that they're playing like film scores in the cinema. I've never really known a cinema to do that. And you went, yeah, this is this song from this movie. And it was a Star Wars movie, and you knew the exact song. And I was like, yes, your brother knows this shit different to me.
I'm very good at film scores, not just Star Wars, but like in general.
Oh yeah, name one other film with a score.
Jurassic Park.
Oh,
I will 100% smoke you at any film score competition.
You probably would. Yeah, I don't pay attention to shit like that.
I will. I'm very good at it.
Yeah.
But no. Not speaking of which, John Williams has a fun cameo. No, well, not really a fun cameo. He just has a cameo.
Is he in this?
Yeah, he's the bartender, Uncle Jimmy. When they go in to see Babu Frick, he's the bartender behind the bar.
That's fun.
His character name is the Maestro, I believe.
That's good. That's very good stuff. Yeah. Oh,
Very
yeah, to
cool.
be fair, Star Wars do say dumb shit all the time.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
They 100% do, okay? Getting upset with a wayfinder. What is fucking wrong with you, man? This is your first time in Star Wars? They call guns blasters.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
That's something that's cooler.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know how to describe it. Some things are just cool and some things are lame. Sith
Shut
wayfinders
the
are lame
fuck
and blasters
up,
are
man.
awesome.
Shut the fuck up, man. Anyway, Darkseid Ray and her weird little teeth.
Darkseid Ray and her weird little teeth. Let me preemptively say a little thing now, right? Sith Ray's lightsaber was dope.
Yeah.
Right? Cool as hell. I like the way it has that weird little mechanism that makes it a big long blade and then goes and it traps.
Same design as Ponkrell's.
I don't know.
You do know. You weren't known by name, but
No.
he was the Jedi in that Clone Wars arc we watched, where he was the Dexter Jetster Jedi who.
I'm thinking of a guy called Umbara, but that's not right.
The planet is Umbara. It's the Umbaran arc.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he the guy that's like, I'm
The
a
guy
good
we
general?
hate. Yeah, the guy
he's a
we
bad
hate.
general.
He hates clones and
That's
calls
right.
them all by their numbers. He's like CT-1599 or whatever.
And he sucks and gets like loads of them murdered.
And he
before they
sucks,
tell him he's
yeah.
a fucker.
Intentionally gets them all murdered. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good arc. I remember that. That was a really good
That
time.
was good, yeah.
But yeah, I like that design of the lightsaber. But that said, the teeth is ridiculous, and the hiss. That's quite a ridiculous moment, I think.
You're just nip.
That's not a nitpick,
just-
Nathan. It's a stupid thing.
Yes, but fucking hell. Have you ever watched Star Wars in your life, though? Is Palpatine also not ridiculous when he's doing flips and spins through the air?
Yeah.
Yes, like, all of Star Wars is ridiculous.
In my defense, this is a little thing I'm reading early.
Okay.
It is literally in my notes under the thing little things.
All right.
So it was intended to be a little thing.
Okay.
But yeah, no, the lightsaber blade itself is fucking awesome. I think it looks really, really cool. There's no part of me that ever believes that Daisy Ridley's too kind. She looks too kind to ever be a dark side user. You know what I mean? Like, is there a part of you that would ever have considered Rey turning to the dark side in this? 'Cause I can't tell if the movie tries to make you think she will or not. Or if it's just doing a conflict for her.
It's
internally.
definitely a conflict for her. I mean, given that this is the last movie in the Skywalker saga, I don't think they're going to end it with Rey turning to the dark side.
No,
okay?
that'd be crazy.
Just
Yeah.
from an external point of view, I'm going into the movie with that inkling, okay? Just because I know how stories work.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Just because I have the basic fundamental understanding of a story, okay? But yeah, so I'm not like... Sure, but like it's more of a conflict for Rey. It's what she's dealing with throughout her journey, and especially now knowing that she's descended from fucking the most evil man in the galaxy. Then yeah, that's gonna be fucking playing on your mind.
It would weigh on your head a little bit, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Similar to, I guess...
especially with she's already had visions of herself on the Sith throne with Ben. So
That's true. Yeah,
now
that is
paired
true.
with what she knows after that, that's doing a number on her.
It's the spoilers for Scream 5. There's your warning. Here's your 5 seconds of obligatory politeness. It's the same as the arc of the girl from Scream 5 when she's like, my dad was the murderer, the serial killer, and now I've got darkness within me. But she defies it at the end, and she's like, no, I'm going to use my darkness to actually be cool and awesome instead. It's that kind of thing, which I like.
I mean, it's exactly that kind of thing because Scream 5 is playing on Star Wars.
I mean, yeah, that's also true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was a whole thing of that movie.
It's a whole fucking plot. They even mention it.
Yeah. They even take the fucking piss out of Ryan Johnson. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah. I just totally forget. You know that the bad one, not the one we next have to watch, which is Scream in New York,
Yeah.
Lost in New York. But I guess it's Scream 7 then. the next one to come out,
Yeah.
comes out like next month.
Yeah.
What are you putting a Scream film out in February or March?
The last one came out in January.
Does that feel wrong?
Yeah, to me, every horror movie should come out in October.
October, right? Yeah, like
Yeah, but 28 years later, coming out in January.
that feels less classic horror, though. Do you know what I mean? Like Scream has a horror.
28
to
days
it.
later is definitely classic horror movie.
No, it's not in the same way that I would think like a fucking like a Halloween or something. You know, like those classic. I'm talking like classic things that started in like the 80s and 90s. I don't know how to describe it.
As opposed to 28 years later, the 28 days later, which started when?
When did that start?
The 90s.
No, it wasn't the 90s.
I'm pretty sure it was the 90s.
28 days later wasn't the 90s.
Was
2002. No. 2002, I understand
Okay.
It's not far off.
I'm sorry, 2 years off the 90s.
I know, I don't know, but it just, that feels, I don't know, that feels more normal. I think maybe because it's, I don't know how to describe it. I think my brain's broken, but October
I think
feels
your brain's
right.
broken for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, maybe. But I think October feels right for some Halloween movies or some like scary horror movies,
Yeah.
but wrong for others. Like I'm fine
Okay.
with the 28 years later, the whatever temple.
I think the difference is because you like it. I think that's your barometer for it.
I like Scream. I like Scream. Like I haven't seen obviously the one that hasn't come out yet, and I know it has some
Okay.
weird sus shit to it, but that's probably not going to speak to the quality of the film, and I'll probably still enjoy that film if I ever get around to watching it. But it still feels weird that it's coming out in that time.
Alright, I don't know how to fix this for you.
No, I don't know how you
honest,
can fix it
mate.
either. I'm just
No.
I'm as Ed Sheeran once said, I'm thinking out loud. Nathan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we
Anyway,
get
what
back
else
to
about Star
now?
Wars you want
Yeah,
to talk
can we get
about?
back to Star Wars now?
Yeah, totally. Go for it.
The lightsaber fight.
Yes.
Ben and Rey's
Yes.
lightsaber fight.
Good stuff.
So good, man. I love this lightsaber fight so much. What I really enjoy about it is just how neither of them want to be here, man.
Yeah, what are
They're
we doing,
just
guys?
they're just so fucking exhausted with this. They're just taking swings at each other and then just like stopping for like 5 seconds at a time. Just like, fuck, what are we doing? Like, neither of them want this. They're both thinking that this is something they need to do, they have to do, but they're coming to this realization like, what is this for? At the end of the day,
Yeah.
why are we fighting each other here on this fucking wreckage of a fallen empire? You know?
That's something I like about it. It's and you kind of just said it there, but it's the ideas of good v evil. Unfortunately, this is where the character tropes meet the characters. Like, yes, the villain of the trilogy should fight the hero of the trilogy, but that's not factoring in the fact that these are two actual real people that will probably have their own opinions about whether they should fight or not, and they don't want to. It's a very, very interesting thing. And I thought about this as weirdly enough, as the credits were rolling, I thought, has Star Wars ever done like this before? Like this this kind of, it's like star-crossed lovers, I guess, but not quite. But you know what I mean? Like this idea of like two people on the wrong sides when they don't want to be, but they just want to be together, and this shit, the institutions that they're a part of are stopping that happening or stopping that from being okay. Like, it's a fascinating relationship, and I love that how this fight kind of emphasizes that. Because you're right, they are just knackered throughout the entire... Kylo Ren doesn't... Ben doesn't even fucking ignite his lightsaber until he physically has to.
It's just needless, misplaced anger fueling
Yeah.
both of them, which they both need to let go of. And it's very interesting that the first one to let go of it is Ben as well. In that fight, Ben's the first one to let go of it for a good reason. But yeah, Ben's the first one to let go. And even after Rey leaves, she's still full of anger and rage and everything like that when she's on Ahch-To. But yeah, really so interesting. Obviously, Leia passes during it. Leia falls, which is the moment, and obviously Ben senses that, which is, and it's a great shot as well. Rey catching the lightsaber and then just like fucking shoving it through his abdomen. It looks great.
Similar to The Last Jedi. Some shots in The Last Jedi, I think. Right? Like catching the saber. Also, I'm just realizing now that Game of Thrones pulled the same move with Arya Stark to kill that big character that I probably won't talk about in case people still watch that show.
Come on.
Well, you care about me spoiling some shit and not other things.
What do I care?
She kills the Night King. She's the one that kills the Night King, and she does
Okay.
the dagger drop, and then she stabs
There's
him.
nothing like that.
It is a little bit.
In what
drop.
way?
There's the drop of the lightsaber, and then the bang in the abdomen.
Is that what happens in that game? I thought she just fucking like leaped and stabbed him.
No, she does leap, and then he turns around, grabs her by the throat, and she's like, you got me, you motherfucker. And then she, out of her hand, she drops the knife, catches it in the other one, and then just shanks him straight in the gut. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shame on The Last Jedi. Shame on The Rise of Skywalker for copying Game of Thrones, which came out the same year, and this was almost certainly shot before
Not
that.
copy. I never said it copied it. I'm just saying it was reminiscent of, and it reminded me of that thing that happened.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you make of like how this fight? Well, I guess Leia's whole passing, right? Because I think it's really well done, and I like the moment that she kind of calling out to her son will be the last thing that she can do to try and bring him over to the light again. Like, and it's the last thing that she has in her, and it will take everything out of her.
Which again connects to The Last Jedi.
Yeah, that absolutely does. Yeah, it's what she fucking saw Luke pull the same trick. Not in the same way, but you know, thematically, it's very similar. Yeah, I love it. I think it's really good. I think it's really respectful. It's a gutting scene, and I think Adam Driver acts his heart out in it.
I think it's really good, and Rey obviously healing him and then saying, "I did want to take your hand, Ben's hand."
Yeah.
Oh, that gets me. That's such a heartbreaking line. Bless her.
And he's there just like kind of like, I think that I don't know whether it's like if I'm interpreting it right, but for me it feels like this absolute wash of shame over him. I think he really is feeling at that point, I've been a fucking idiot.
I think so too. Yeah,
because you can see in his face, he barely meets her eye. It's lovely.
Which I think is evident by what happens next for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, before that though, there's the scene which, oh my god, it kills me every time. But Chewie finding out about Leia, Chewie's reaction.
Oh no, the raw.
Oh, they just drop into his knees, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The thing that got me, I never really noticed it before, but someone goes to console him and he like flaps them away. Yeah. Oh god, it's horrible.
Yeah. Oh, so brutal. So brutal.
There's something to me as well. I don't know. I think this is me reading too much into it. But just I thought about it. It's immediately where my brain went to. There was something quite beautiful to me about the way that the shot so aggressively follows her hand falling. And as it falls, where the shot composition lands, it brings R2-D2 into frame.
Yeah.
And it was this idea for me of just like, this started with Leia and R2-D2 sending out the message for the Last Hope, right? Like the movie's fucking called Last Hope, right? But like, it's as she dies, she's doing the same thing again. Oh, sorry, A New Hope. Yeah. But as she dies, she's doing that thing again. She's doing that. Like thematically, it felt very, very rich that R2-D2 was there and she reached out her hand to him, and that was the final thing you see of her on screen. I thought that was just lovely, a lovely inclusion.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Not to mention R2-D2 just standing there like looking like the saddest thing ever. Like he can't emote. There's no face.
He can do his sad beep.
He can do sad beeps. Yeah.
Yeah. Very sad. But yeah, the hand scene is perfect.
Oh, so good.
God,
yeah.
Just it's obviously, Ben wishing what happened, remembering how it should have been, what happened on Starkiller Base, and and imagining a scenario where this is how it played out. No, Han Solo is not a Force ghost. Okay, no, that's none of that. But we know he can't stop thinking about this, Rey says it in the movie. You're fucking torn over what happened. You can't stop thinking about killing your dad and everything like that. Yeah. And
what does Snoke say as well? Like the deed splits you to think about.
The deed split your very soul to the bone.
That's it. Yeah.
And Han being there, showing his son how much he loved him, showing him that kindness and compassion, even after he stabbed him with the hand across the cheek and stuff, and then doing that same hand cheek gesture again in this scene, reminding him of that compassion, of that kindness. So fucking good. And then just I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. And then recontextualizing the whole dad, I know. Are you kidding me?
Killed me.
Are you kidding me?
Such a good line.
You're finding another way to hit me with that? Incredible.
Yeah, the unspoken, turning the unspoken "I love you" into like this pseudo macho cool guy exit into this bond, completely broken in two bond between a father and son who can't express how they feel to one another. What a gorgeous bit of writing that is.
So good. I love that scene so much. I think it's
wonderful.
Such a beautiful Star Wars scene, man.
Throwing the lightsaber as well. Good stuff.
Yeah, throws the lightsaber. I mean, it could come in handy, but sure.
Yeah, I'd keep it. I get it though.
I get it. Yeah.
This is like what I was saying earlier about the defected stormtrooper armor. I wouldn't bin it. I get it, but I wouldn't bin it myself.
Well, you're an idiot.
You just said the same thing about his lightsaber.
But yeah, even in death, you know, Leia
can't
stop fucking giving a big middle finger to the Emperor, because then his very next line is, "The Princess of Alderaan has altered my plans." Yeah, fuck you, cunt.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, she did.
Yeah, that's awesome. Posthumous fuck you.
There's so much throughout all this movie, and it's a running through line, but it all works so much for me. There's so much about like togetherness and relying on people and not being alone. That's how we win, and everything like that, building on the themes of The Last Jedi again. Like there's a scene where where Poe goes to fucking talk to Leia, and you know she's passed at this point, and he's like, "How the fuck did you do it?" And then Lando comes in, and he's like, "Well, we had each other," you know.
Yeah, that's just a good scene.
Sweet, really good stuff. I love it, which obviously leads into what comes in at the end. But
it's what inspires Poe to actually take leadership, and it's also what inspires Poe to bring Finn in. Like he doesn't need to shoulder the burden of something without passing it off to someone that he knows can help.
General.
That's a great little exchange.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like that.
First of all, thank you, General.
General.
It's just really well done. The lines are great.
Yeah.
It's there was a little post subplot. I guess we should chat about it before kind of getting into the ending of the movie. The whole
nowhere near the end, brother.
the whole subplot of Poe being like a spice trader way back when, like just adding a little bit of character to him. I thought that was quite fun. I enjoyed a bit of that. It's a bit nothing because it's not really expanded on in any capacity, but I quite enjoy this idea that he was this, not a young ruffian out there, do you know what I mean? But like someone that was just inspired by the Resistance and went on to be the general of the last fucking push. Yeah. Like this idea that people can come from nothing, but it doesn't matter if their heart's in the right place. I thought was cool.
100%. Yeah. Very cool.
Anyway, go on. I the rest of my stuff is pretty much on the last act of the movie. So if you've got stuff before that, or you want to just chat about other shit, go for it.
Rey on Acto.
Right? Oh yeah, with the Luke scene is
yeah. You didn't get anything on that?
No, I've got stuff on that. That's kind of what I mean about the last leg of the movie.
All right.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Would you not call that the last leg of the movie? That's in there. No.
Eggs got the last leg of the movie.
Okay, fair enough then.
Yeah, that's where I'd cut it off.
Luke's scene to me has always felt. It always feels like it's been lumped in unfairly with the criticisms of this movie.
Yeah.
Because if you watch The Last Jedi and you take from it what we did, which is what I hope most people take from it, which they didn't, but if you respect it and you kind of meet the movie on its terms and you see what it's doing with Luke.
This is a progression of that.
Exactly.
This is a progression of everything in that fucking movie, which is why it really frustrates me when people say this movie just disregards everything The Last Jedi does. No, because it really does not.
He went through that character arc.
People love to point out the Rey throwing the lightsaber into the fire and Luke's hands coming out to grabbing it, and then he says a Jedi's weapon deserves more respect. People love to say, that's JJ pointing shade at Ryan saying, don't just drop the lightsaber. Yeah. No, you fucking idiot.
Morons, man.
That's a through line of Luke Skywalker learning his lesson.
Yeah.
He was wrong to do that in The Last Jedi. He says so in this movie,
It literally...
It's character development.
Yeah. For me, especially the lightsaber catch, it's so clearly Luke just taking a little light-natured shot at himself.
Yes.
It's so clearly him being like... Hey, come on, lightsabers deserve more respect than this. And Rey would typically look at him and go, you're one to talk. And he's like, yeah, I was an idiot back then. Like, it feels so obvious. His wig is terrible. He looks horrendous.
His wig's pretty bad. Yeah, it looks very different to.
Yeah.
I think the Last Jedi was his actual hair, or it was definitely a better wig.
It was 100% a better wig. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
because
think the ghost effect is doing him any favors on that wig because it makes it look a bit more artificial than it probably would do.
no, but I love the conversation they have. I think it's also very fun to see Porgs again. That's always great.
Yeah, Porgs are good stuff.
But I do love the conversation Rey and Luke have, again, about lineage and how it doesn't matter that you're a Palpatine, you know. I think it's all really good stuff. Luke saying some things are stronger than blood, you know, confronting fear is the destiny of Jedi. And who better to tell you that than Luke Skywalker?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
Yeah, poster child for having a breakdown, having a wobble of faith. Yeah.
Exactly. His dad was Vader, you know, like fucking hell. He's been through this shit, man.
Yeah.
So, like, I think it's great that it comes from him.
I liked the line he has as well about Leia knowing it as well and training her anyway. It shows that like the mistake wasn't in choosing to train Ben. Like she's not gone, she hasn't walked away from this going, I wish I never trained Ben because of the dark that was within him. Right? She's done that same thing. She's detected a dark side within Rey, but she's gone, no, I was right. Like, do you know what I mean?
Leia's lightsaber is beautiful. I'll say that.
It is a beautiful lightsaber.
It is. Yeah. I think it's great. I think it's really good looking. I love the look of it. I do love that scene of the two of them training together with their little helmets so you can't see their CGI faces.
Yeah, the effects weren't quite there.
I think Luke looks good. Luke looks really good. I think the Leia was a bit wobbly, but again, you don't need the Leia because you could have just had Billy Lord and it was
like if you just put Billy Lord in there with the lightest of dusting of a visual touch-up.
I don't think you need to touch at all. Just Billy Lord and, like, honestly, it would have been absolutely fine.
Why do you think Luke looks so much better?
I don't know, really.
Is it like a textures thing? Maybe a bit of
because they actually have
easier?
Mark Hamill to work with, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But then he looks Mark Hamill was so obviously aged that it wouldn't make much of a difference.
Him though. It's still him though, isn't it? It's just de-aging technology.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not recreating someone else's face, but again, it's practically the same face.
When did Rogue One come out? Because that obviously
2016.
2016. Because I think that one looked better than this one did. And the Rogue One, like, you know,
I didn't.
The Rogue One is rough. It is bad.
I don't think it's bad, but
I think it looks better than this one did. I thought this one was quite wobbly.
I think it's fine, mostly.
Maybe
it's a little rough, but it's fine.
It's definitely rougher on the edges. It's clearly not where it is now, where they've just got a whole kind of CGI Luke Skywalker doing full episodes where you're like, it's worrying that this is so lifelike, to be honest. God, yeah, I need to rewatch those shows because there's a whole bunch of stuff in that. But yeah, anyway, so what do you think about him lifting the X-Wing?
Love it. I was just going to say, I love it so much. I think it's fucking beautiful. I think it's so easy to write it off as fan service, but I think it's a full circle moment. You know, I think it's something he couldn't do in The Empire Strikes Back, and now seeing him as Master Luke Skywalker in his full form, how he should have been, not in a weird chud way, in a fucking story-wise way. Yeah. And like before, it's so good to see. Also very interesting. I don't know if you noticed this. You never see his droid hand. He's always got his droid hand hidden, like when he's got that hand behind his back as he's lifting the X-Wing, because they never want to answer the question, is his droid hand a Force ghost or not? So you never see it. Fun. You never see it.
That is very fun. Surely that's come up before. What about Anakin and his half of his body is robots?
When do you see him when do you see his limbs?
Is there one cut where he is a Force ghost, but he's actually Sebastian, whatever that Shakespearean actor guy is, that was the original Anakin?
Yeah, but it's the same. You only really see his head. The rest is cloaked.
What about that? Isn't there that scene where he spawns in next to them and is like, good on you, Luke Skywalker, right at the end?
Yeah, and he's just head. The rest is he's cloaked. He's all cloaked up, isn't he? So you don't see.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry, I was thinking you meant from like a shot perspective. He's cut off. No.
He's wearing a big cloak, so you don't see.
That is fucking funny though. So they just hide his hand. I never clocked it. I'm going to be unable to watch this one without seeing that now. I also like the X-Wing moment. I think it's
I think it's beautiful. The music as well.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So good.
It is like you say. I also think it's plot relevant. They need it to get to Exegol. They need the Luke Skywalker. Also, it's not lost on me that Luke Skywalker is still bringing hope back to the galaxy. Like once they figured all was lost, it's lovely. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's nice.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else before we get to Acto and the kind of not Acto, the Exegol and the ending?
No, not really. We can go to Exegol.
Cool beans.
Rey in the helmet is very cute, I will say.
Oh, Rey in the helmet is fun, yeah. Especially because the trilogy started with her putting them on and imagining where she would be. Yeah, that's awesome. I like that. I like that a lot. I will say while we're here, just because Rose gets a couple of moments, I think it's really pathetic how much her character was shunted into this.
Yeah, I do too.
I feel that's such a shame. And I don't
really
know
wish
why.
She had more to do in this movie.
Yeah, and it's so clear that she should be part of the group because she was part of the. Well, obviously it was just her and Finn, but she was so crucial to the Last Jedi. It feels a bit strange that she's not really relevant here, apart from to say a couple of lines at the beginning and the end.
Yeah,
that's the kind of stuff for me that more sticks out on a personal level. That's the kind of stuff to me that feels reactionary. People didn't like Rose. Let's not put her in this one, the next one, as much.
I don't think that's the case. Maybe this is me being naive. I choose not to think that's the case because that's fucking horrible if it is.
But I think that's what they did.
But I think if that was the case, she wouldn't be in it altogether.
I think it's a cake and eat it too situation. I think they're going, Rose has got to be in it because we'd have to acknowledge it if she wasn't, and that will cause a fuss. Again,
maybe it's been being naive, but I choose to believe it's not.
Yeah. I don't. I think the studio are nasty about shit like that.
That's fair enough.
But either way, the end result is the same, and it is a massive shame to see a character kind of relegated to the sidelines.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, something that I think is interesting about this, right? And this is kind of the Exegol and the final battle as a whole. And there's way more stuff to say before this and after this. But just while we're here, do you think it's interesting that in the same year Avengers Endgame came out and Rise of Skywalker came out, both produced by the same studio, there are virtually identical plot beats. In the on your left, there are more of us, Poe, and the I'm inevitable, I'm Iron Man, I'm all the Sith, I'm all the Jedi. And given where I understand those are just lines, but where they actually land in terms of big good defeating big bad and big character accepts all hope is lost before a massive returning character save the day.
I can see it from on your left, there are more of us, Poe.
Yeah. I
am inevitable. I am Iron Man. I'm all the Sith. I am all the Jedi are two fundamentally different things.
I think they're I would say that's the clearer one to me. Why do you think they're different things?
Because I am Iron Man's a fun callback to the first movie that started it all. I am all the Jedi is the meaning of the whole fucking saga, you know?
Yeah.
It's not just a fun callback. It's what the fucking Jedi are about. It's about defending against evil and everything like that. It's standing up to oppression. It's the themes of the entire saga. Whereas the themes of the MCU, I am Iron Man.
No, there's not a lot in it, which is actually, when you think about it, to be fair, it's not until you were saying it just then that I was like, yeah, that last line's kind of bullshit, isn't it? Like, it kind of means nothing.
I think it's bullshit. I like Avengers Endgame. I like that scene. I like that moment. I don't think it's bullshit at all. I just think they're different things.
I rewatched Infinity War and Endgame recently, and they're just so good. They're so good.
They're good, yeah. They're good movies.
Really, really, really good stuff. I watched them again in tempered excitement for Avengers Doomsday. I'm a little bit, because apparently this is not the place for it, but aren't the Russos going on saying that this is like a direct sequel to Endgame essentially now?
No idea.
Yeah, interesting.
No idea.
But anyway, just a fun connection that I thought was interesting. And that's not. I like both of the moments in both of the movies. I think they're both they both work really, really well. I know you feel very strongly about There Are More of Us, Poe. That scene, you like that quite a bit.
Yeah, and I'll get to that.
We'll go. Then get me to it. What else do you want to talk about on the way there?
What do I want to talk about? Sith troopers look sick, I think.
Yeah, they do look cool. They look
very cool. All red armored boys. What have I got here?
I've got one of those skins on Fortnite.
One of those sins.
Skins, sorry, I meant to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do I. Well, I play Fortnite anymore. Yeah, I think there's something very interesting and creepy about the whole Rey going into to face Palpatine. She's got both lightsabers with her, but just Palpatine like on this fucking mechanical arm, just hovering in the air, looking lifeless and decrepit and so creepy. And the fact that there's a whole audience of Sith Eternal just watching them as well, like they're doing some kind of fucked play. It's really creepy and unsettling. And the fact that this whole, essentially what it boils down to is like an evil older man wanting to corrupt and defile and steal the essence of a young woman, take her life force away from her. It's it's gross, isn't it? It's really wrong and gives you like the shivers just to think about, really.
I tell you, the thing that stands out to me in this is, God, Ian McDermott's so cool. He's so good.
He's so good, yeah.
Unapologetically, the slimiest, dirtiest, creepiest little fucking weirdo. But probably, maybe only kind of eclipsed by Darth Vader, but maybe like one of film in general's most memorable villains of all time.
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
Which is just nuts. But I love the fact that he's, whether you think his inclusion in the movie is warranted or not, you can't argue that fucking guy shows up for it. Like, great performance, great back and forth, and I think Daisy Ridley fucking brings her own in the scene as well. Like the fact that she's able to stand up to him is great.
Daisy Ridley's so good throughout this entire movie.
Yeah, she is.
Daisy Ridley is phenomenal in this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so good. The conversation they have, there's some great lines here. With your hatred, you will take my life and ascend. And then Rey firing back at him, all you want is for me to hate, but I won't. And then your master Luke Skywalker was saved by his father. The only family you have here is me.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. That shit's fucked up.
Again, like fucking this is why I think it builds on the idea of like Rey being no one, Rey being from nowhere. I think it builds on that idea because what it's essentially saying is legacy is unimportant, okay?
Yeah.
And it is. Rey's not letting this define her. Rey's not letting her legacy define her, okay? She's choosing her own legacy. She's choosing her own, and I'll get to this thing at the end.
I was going to say, with that ethos, how do you take that? Yeah.
They're very much all in line with it, yeah. I think it's very much all in line. If she's choosing her own fucking destiny and legacy, I think it all connects and makes sense. The fact that, yes, biologically speaking, she is a Palpatine, but she says fuck you to that. She rejects that. She defends. She literally sends the life force of evil directly back at him to fucking burn him up and destroy him so that she doesn't have to be a Palpatine. She chooses to defy that hatred, that evilness. And I think it's great. I think it's what Star Wars is,
I don't mind your interpretation with the Palpatine stuff. For me, we'll get to it because we still got all the stuff to talk about in Exegol first. But for me, I think even your own argument to the Palpatine thing, I think it falls apart with the Rey Skywalker thing. But we'll get to that.
Okay, we'll get to it. I think it adds to it.
I know. I don't. That's fine.
I'm interested to see what you think. Cause
I don't have any. I don't have any strong feelings.
We'll get to it.
We will get to it. Yeah. But yeah. So
Ben shows up.
up. Some amazing stuff leading up to Ben showing up as well. With the I love him running through the with his little blaster. I remember once. I've literally just remembered this. That someone edited "I Need a Hero" to this scene, and it works so well.
So good, yeah, it's very good.
Ludicrous how much that works. They should have just dropped it in just for a laugh.
Yeah.
That's
very good. He's so much like his dad in this scene.
He pulls the solo shrug. Yeah,
he pulls the solo shrug. He shoots someone without looking where they come from. When he's got the lightsaber, the little
Yeah, yeah.
Just fucking swings it.
I love that. I just love that he's just like, sorry,
Yeah.
time to die.
I love that. It's one of my favorite moments in all of Star Wars, though. When Palpatine is like saying, "She takes her saber and strikes me down," and Rey's going through it and everything like that. But then you just see that those two clock each other through the Force. You just see them looking at each other. You see them smile, and then the nod that Ben gives her. It's so good. Such a beautiful moment.
It's an incredible moment. It's this wonderful.
And they both look so happy to see each other in that moment.
That's what
I
love about it as well. And from this point onwards, the connection between them is so palpable. It's a testament to both of their performances. But the way. And again, with the sound design, the way that everything kind of comes to a screeching silence when Rey reveals her empty hand.
Yeah.
And then just the chugging along of the lightsaber sound when Adam Driver pulls it out from behind his head and he goes...
I'm always interested to know, how did that look to the guy standing directly behind him?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because there's one of them directly behind Ben. So I have to think, like, did it just appear, but then he didn't react until he pulled it out?
I get that. It's one of them things...
It's movie magic.
It's movies, isn't it? Yeah, and also like the shot you get for not having to think about that kind of shit is so good.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most iconic shots of this era, or
It's
at least
so
this
good.
film.
Yeah.
So good. And I also like the there's one thing I specifically like, because I've always appreciated how violent Kylo Ren's skills with a lightsaber are.
Yeah.
And there's just something very, very interesting to me. I think it would have been easy after his full transition back into Ben, putting a lightsaber back in his hand is a big deal.
Yeah.
So I think it would have been really easy for them to show him fighting in this more kind of protective and restrained way. But no, dude just goes full on murderer again. He was trained the way he was trained, and I just love that it's still dirty tricks. It's still sneaking behind people and fucking stabbing them through the back with the saber. Like
he's not suddenly fighting with honor like a Jedi.
No, he's still fighting so dirty.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciated and I thought was pretty fun. Great scene. And then that lovely shot of them two with both lifting their sabers up when they're kind of sharing the frame.
That shot. Love that shot. So good.
Yeah,
So
nice
good.
stuff. And then what does he say? He's like, he does get fucking yeeted into next century though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Which is a shame.
Yeah.
I would have liked him. Do you know what? If I could say anything, the entire trilogy has been about this resolution building from their very first meeting. It's clear that there's something between them. I would have loved it if they took him down together.
No, I disagree. It's Rey's. Yeah, it's Rey's story.
It's Rey's story, but I think it's as crucially involving him. Like Rey's story,
he's a part of it, but it's ultimately it has to be Rey's victory. I think.
Fair enough.
It's her grandfather. It's her choosing to reject that legacy. I think ultimately, it has to. Ben's already had his redemption moment in this. I think
that's true. Yeah.
Ultimately, it does need to be Rey's moment.
That is fair. Yeah, because Ben does get his solo time to shine. No, but like his time to shine in the spotlight, I guess. It's a great takedown. The effect of the lightning looks amazing. That's all the stuff that's going down in Exegol. What about the stuff that's up top?
On Exegol.
On Exegol,
yeah. It's all on Exegol. But yeah, there are more of us, but like everything seems lost. They're all fucking getting shot out of the sky. Poe's like giving a little Pope. But then, Lando coming in. There are more of us, Poe. There are more of us. And then you just see the entire fucking fleet of the galaxy.
Yeah.
With the Star Wars music as well.
Yeah, that's a cool inclusion. Yeah.
It's my favorite moment in all of Star Wars.
Really? Your fate in the whole of the thing?
In the whole fucking thing, because it's exactly what Star Wars is. And the line that cements it is the final order officer who's like, Candy Richard E. Grant asks, like, they don't have a navy. And he's like, it's not a navy, sir. It's just people. You know, it's just the people of the galaxy all come together.
I've always appreciated the little pause. I think in acting terms, you'd call it a pregnant pause.
Sure,
right? Where he goes, they're just people. Yeah. That's a great line delivery.
Such a good moment. And I fucking I love that. It's a continuation of all. It's a continuation of Luke Skywalker's legacy and inspiration at the Battle of Krayt. It's a continuation of Leia's hope spreading throughout the galaxy. It's the Skywalker's message coming full circle and inspiring the people to rise up and fight back against tyranny and oppression and fascism. And I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful Star Wars moment.
I do think as well they definitely hit the right nail on the head by getting Lando to be the main recruiter of the people.
Yeah.
If Lando pulls up to you, you're not going to say no to him. Are you? He's going to be like, "Hey, baby,
A
you want to come
smooth
help
Billy
me?"
D, man.
Yeah, exactly. Billy D
Ain't
hasn't
no one
skipped a
saying
step,
no.
has he? He's still as smooth as he once was.
It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Wedge is there. Nice flying, Lando.
Oh, Wedge is there. Yeah, that is cool.
He's put on his uniform again. Good on him.
Wedge. Go on, Wedge. Yeah, no, it's awesome. I love that when the people all arrive as well. The I can't think of the word. The life that it brings back to Poe when he goes like, "All right, fuck it then. These cunts are going down. Let's take out these dirty dogs." He was like on the what does he say? He says every gun we take out is a planet we save or something like that. And I'm like, God, that's cool.
So good. Yeah. Babu Freak's there.
Babu Freak is it? Yes.
Yeah.
I also think there's cool moments that like stuff that you most people would forget to think about, but like Poe's a really good pilot. It makes a lot of sense for him to immediately go drop to their altitude, because if they can't shoot at us without shooting each other. So he's like, fuck it. At least if we go down, they're gonna still do damage to each other. That's something.
Oh, that's something I wanted to mention earlier. Yeah. Poe's a really good pilot, but he's a good X-Wing pilot. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
He's not quite used to the Falcon. He's hitting the Falcon all over the place. You know, he's crashing the Falcon quite a bit, which is interesting.
There's different levels to it, isn't there?
Yeah.
I also like that one thing when he's going to rescue the Finn and Naomi Aki.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You'll never make it." And he goes, "I'm fast." And he goes, "Not as fast as me, bitch."
Yeah.
The Falcon just
not
soars
as
through.
fast as this ship.
But the way the Falcon smashes through him, and you even see his X-Wing kind of go, "Whoa, shit," to level itself.
So good.
Yeah, it's awesome. Anything else you got on the kind of closing battle of everything?
Not the battle in the sky, no. But
What about the battle down below? Well, the battle down below, there's obviously another bit to contend with. Oh, before we leave that then, before we leave the sky bit, because the invasion is mounted on this plot point they don't really do a lot with, where Finn is now force sensitive. What are your thoughts on this? I think it's quite forgettable, right?
It's not forgettable. I think it's strange to be like, "Hey Ray, I need to tell you something," and have this through line throughout the movie of him coming to terms with that, but then never actually say it in the movie. I think that's strange. I'm not sure why that is. But I like it. I like that he's force sensitive. It doesn't seem forgettable to me. It seems interesting. It seems like it's something that should happen for his character. It makes sense to me. I just wish there was probably more done with it, really.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. It reeks of underdevelopment, which is unfortunate because it's something that could be quite cool to have his kind of turn to the Force, I guess, be a bit more slow burning in its way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also like what it does. I like his connection to it. I like Naomi Aki's character's connection to it. It does really. This movie to me feels very in line with like there is a Force connecting everything. And it does feel very much like that, especially when they're sharing their similar experiences about the defection Stormtrooper stuff.
Yeah.
That's all pretty cool to me. Anyway, big kissy time, Nathan.
Well, no.
but that bit, you did that sequence and scene.
Well, yeah, but there's stuff before.
Go
that.
on, just say it.
Yeah, so like fucking Palpatine's thrown Ben down the fucking big endless pit or whatever.
Yeah.
As I fell, so too shall the last Skywalker, he says, and then flings him down the big pit. They've had their life force drained out of them both, so they're both quite weak at this point. Palpatine's, feasted on that, and he's rejuvenated himself. He's back to full form. He's no longer decrepit and everything like this.
He's got his red robes on now. He's got that fine silk.
He's got his red robes on, yeah. And then Rey has this like little force vision sort of thing. Sort of goes into the world between worlds, kind of, and is able to commune with the Jedi of the past. Love this moment. I love this through line of "Be with me" throughout the movie.
Yeah.
I think it's really in keeping with the themes of the movie. There are more of us. We're all, stronger together. Power in numbers and friendship. I have friends everywhere. I think it's exactly what Star Wars is about. It's all there from Andor, from The Phantom Menace, all the way to this. I think "Be With Me" is a great summation of that, I think.
Yeah, I really, really like it. I watched this deliberately this scene with subtitles on, so it would tell me who all the characters were, so I could just be absolutely certain.
Okay.
There's some nice ones in there, and obviously there's some ones that I've never heard of in a billion years.
Maybe never heard of.
There's the obvious ones. There's Anakin, there's Qui-Gon, there's Obi-Wan, there's other Obi-Wan, old Obi-Wan, and then there's some other names I'd never heard of. Someone A beginning
Ayla
with an A.
Secura.
Maybe her. Yeah, I think it was her. Oh, Ahsoka was there as well.
Ahsoka is there.
But it's not Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka, is it? It's
No, I don't think Rosario Dawson have been cast at this point. It's
Yeah,
actually Eckstein.
it's from the animated voice, which is I guess many people's original voice, but not how I know the character. But
Again, Rosario Dawson have been cast at this point.
so there you go. Yeah.
So yeah.
What the hell? Why didn't they cast that person? There's another name as well that I've never heard. There was Kanan, who I now know.
Kanan is there, yeah.
And I was like, hey, that's cool.
Kanan's is very prominent as well.
Kanan's
is weirdly like, boom, here's Kanan.
Yeah,
you know?
the rest of them are kind of like this. It's this weird kind of like Ray.
Yeah.
And Kanan's is like, hey, what's up, Ray? It's me.
Yeah.
I'm
Even
Kanan Jarrus.
Anakin's is quieter than
Yeah,
Rey's.
What was the
Yeah.
line he had? Maybe it was the line that was like more important.
The power of a Jedi lies in her strength or something like that.
It's not that.
Something like that.
It's not that crucial, is it? Like you could have done any of their voices.
First of all, watch your tone, okay?
No, but
second of all,
no, but I mean,
what's your beef with my man Kanan?
No, I like Kanan,
Okay.
but like in terms of like especially in one of the mainline movies, prioritizing a character from an animated show that probably a lot of people hadn't seen generally.
Well, that's their
audience-wise.
problem,
Yes,
okay?
I know, but doing that over like an Anakin Skywalker is pretty
Shut
bold.
the fuck up.
I'm not
No.
saying I dislike it, Nathan.
Shut the
Stop
fuck
it.
up,
You're
man.
too defensive about this movie.
You're
man.
too.
This movie's allowed to be
you're-
just okay and pretty good in parts.
And Kanan's voice being slightly louder is a fucking
No, it's cool.
a valid point to get upset about.
I'm not upset about it. I said it's cool. I'm just trying to work out why they would prioritize it over Anakin's.
They're not.
They did though.
They're
They made it
not
clearer.
prioritizing it. They're all there.
We just said it. You just said that it's very, very
Yeah,
apparent.
It is. It's very loud, and suddenly here's Kanan's voice.
yeah.
But you're not like, that they're saying Kanan is more important than Anakin Skywalker.
No, but
because of that.
if you prioritize something in a mix, typically it would be the most important idea that you wanted clearly heard. Surely,
All right.
come on. That's standard sound mixing.
Okay.
I don't see what I said was wrong. I don't see it.
Did I say it was
No,
wrong?
you didn't. To be fair,
Yeah.
you didn't. What else do you want to talk about? So we've done the world. Was it called the world beyond?
The world between worlds.
The world between worlds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool. I do like the way it just pans up and the fighting stops and we're just left in the stars. I thought that was very dreamy and very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
I'd like to meditate there.
So yeah, Rey using the power of the Force and the Jedi to defeat Palpatine. I think it's great. I like that it's not some big, stupid, over the top lightsaber duel, which wouldn't make any sense between the two of them.
No,
you
yeah.
know, I like that she's using both Luke and Leia's blades, the Skywalker twins' blades, using them as a Jedi weapon should be used for defensive rather than offensive.
That's cool. Yeah, I never considered
and yeah, and just like repelling that that hatred and evil that he's using to fuel his power right back to him, you know? She's not striking him down, she's not hitting him. It's his own anger and hatred which ultimately undoes him in the end, which I think is
cool. I
is
like
great.
I like that interpretation. I've never come across that before. That's an interesting little way. Because also, yeah, you're so right. It would feel so weird if it suddenly went Revenge of the Sith vibes, Emperor with a lightsaber.
Yeah, if he just pulled out a red lightsaber and then
and when it's treason, then
yeah, and then just did a little spin and yeah, it just wouldn't work. It'd be silly.
He should have pulled his Battlefront 2 special move. I think that would have been really cool. Yeah, no, that's it. That is a lovely aspect of it. I'd never thought about it. That's a cool interpretation of it. Yeah.
What?
I'm waiting on you. I got the rest of my notes. I've got one final note apart from my little things, and it's about the Rey Skywalker thing. So,
okay. So yeah, Ben obviously comes back. Well, Rey dies. Well, she doesn't die. Well, no, she does die.
Dies, yeah.
She does die. Yeah, she does die. And then Ben comes and heals her, brings her back. I love the way they look at each other in that moment. It's so, the way he looks at her is so soft and like really beautiful and full of love, and the way they smile at each other after they have their kiss, I think it's really sweet. I would say I don't like that he dies. I would love to have him live and have to face redemption and have to face the people he wronged and go through some sort of redemption. But if I do get this Search for Ben Solo movie, then, and it's weird and mystical and Ben has to escape from the Force, then like that's so fucking goated in my head.
Yeah,
like
it's so cool,
what I'm
right?
imagining that movie to be, and having Rey have to get him out as well, like that's so fucking sick. Give me that right now. Like I hope we get that movie, man.
That'd be awesome. I do know what you mean, because even if the movies wouldn't address it, that's like rife for supplemental material to address, right? Like to have a book or to have a comic or to have any kind of thing about Ben coming home and having to effectively work his way into the fact that he was the supreme leader of this fucking fascist regime. And like, it's all well and good that Rey has seen him, but Rey knows him on a personal level. There are a bunch of soldiers that would love nothing more than to see his fucking head on a spear.
Yeah, exactly.
And for him to have to convince them that, you know, and without the protection of Leia now that Leia's gone.
I always like to imagine that he'd fundamentally despise Poe because of Poe's relationship with Leia. Really?
Why Poe?
Because Poe is so close with Leia. Poe's
sorry, Leia. Yeah, I thought you meant the relationship with Rey.
No, Poe's the son. Poe is basically a surrogate for Leia's son. Yeah. Really. And I always thought that he would fundamentally despise him because of that.
That'd be a fun. See, again, these are fun ideas and interesting things. That it is such a shame that he died.
Yeah,
because it's they're like I say, there's a movie there to be made. If only Bob Iger would get out of the fucking way and actually make it, that'd be nice.
Well, he's retiring this year, so
thank God for that.
Yeah,
and then he'll be replaced with another fucking dipshit.
Me.
It's the exact same. Wasn't there another guy? Was it Bob Chapek who was there for like a year, and then they were like, "This guy
Bob
sucks."
Bob Iger already retired, and then Bob Chapek replaced him.
Yeah.
And then I think everything went to shit, and Bob Iger was like, "I'm coming back.
I'll come back. I'll get you guys out of the hole. I'll retire again in 5 years once I've made a couple more million or whatever the fuck." God, I don't want to think about his salary. That's depressing. Anyway, so yeah, is that everything you've got apart from the Rey Skywalker stuff?
Trio hug at the end is very sweet.
That's
really love cool. the three of them hugging each other at the end.
How fucked up and battered Rey looks as well when they come and see her, and she's like, "Oh, guys."
Yeah. Look, sure. Technically, Chewie does get a medal in this scene. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take it away from anyone. Okay.
Yeah.
If you watch that, and you're like, "Oh, Chewie finally got his medal." Sick. That's great. I love that for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Real ones know he already got his medal. Okay.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
he got a medal at the ceremony. Just isn't in the movie. Okay.
I'm not a real one. Clearly,
You're not a real one. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
I love that your issue was that you already had a medal. My issue was that it's stupid. It's a dumb.
Why is it stupid? It's nice.
It's for me. It's just I don't know.
You're too nitpicky
Nathan,
on this movie.
it's not nitpicky to
You
say
are,
that.
Why is it nitpicky?
Well, listen, if you let me talk, then you'll hear it.
To have a sweet through line from a movie from 42 years ago.
Because Chewie has not been sat there going, "Where's my medal?" The fans have been going, "Where's Chewie's medal?" For me, it feels so fundamentally like there's fan service, right? Like I fan service that is relevant and matters and makes a difference. Luke lifting the X-wing, right? It works for the story. It would make sense. It makes sense of where he is in his character. But breaking up the emotional catharsis of an entire saga, but more specifically the trilogy, breaking up the celebration moment to give Chewie something so that people on fucking Reddit can clap is just, it's so weird. It just took me out of it completely. It reminds me I'm watching a movie so much, you know?
What about the fact that all his friends are dead? All the friends that he was at that ceremony with are now dead, okay?
Yeah.
And because of that, he's got a nice reminder of the people he lost along this fight.
But
okay?
was Maz Kanata just carrying it in her pocket, waiting to
No,
give
it was
to him?
Leia had it.
When did Leia have it?
Leia had it in this movie.
When did she have? What did Maz take it away from her?
It was in Leia's room in the little
Okay.
cave thing. Yeah.
Okay, well that's better than Maz just having it in her pocket. But I still think giving it to him is just.
I think that's. I
think-
can't
I
say
think
anything.
this
If
is
I
one of
say
the-
anything, okay, then I'm like, you're so defensive, okay? But like,
Yeah.
this is the tiniest nitpick. There's like,
It's a small detail. Absolutely, it's a small detail. But the only reason I'm talking about it is because this is a podcast where we'll talk about stuff like down to like the tiny specific details and stuff.
I don't get what's so egregious about
I
it.
feel I've
think
pointed
it's-
out as cool tiny details that are awesome and good stuff. Right? I'm just pointing out the thing that to me watching it, it screamed to me, right, that it was just something that they were like, oh, include that. It's the last Skywalker saga movie, so we may as well include that so the fans can go, oh, we got a medal. Like,
and that's what's wrong with that?
No, nothing's
Even if that is, what's wrong with that?
nothing's wrong with it, but it does come with the added, probably unintended thing that for people that don't really give a fuck about the medal situation, it just makes me go like, oh yeah, I'm watching a film. Like it took me clean out of it. I was so in the zone watching this movie. So like, hell
a
yeah.
character getting a medal took you out of it.
Because I know that it's not something that would happen in this scenario.
He wouldn't get handed a memory of his lost friends.
No, I think, right, you're putting emphasis on it where I don't think the movie is. I don't think the movie is going to commemorate your fallen heroes and your friends and the legends of this saga. I think it's very much a case of the fans have been screaming he didn't get his medal for the longest time, and then they go give him his medal. Like I think you're putting more into it being a big positive cathartic moment than it would have been for.
Even if they are going give him his medal, sure.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying they're wrong for doing it. I'm just saying it does have the unintended consequence of me going, oh yeah, people did moan about that for ages, didn't they? That he didn't get a medal.
And Tony Stark saying I am Iron Man isn't?
No, because in character, that was something that happened. And also, like, I'm not shooting for that moment. Like, I don't care about that.
Okay.
Like, it's just, I get that's an iconic line from the movie, but I don't know, it just, I feel like it was one of them things, to be cynical, and I don't think this is true of the rest of the movie, but if I was going to take the cynical approach that a lot of people do take with this movie, is it feels like the final thing on the checklist they needed to write off and get done. Like,
all right, but this is a checklist that you've imagined and you've put on this, okay?
Yeah.
Where's this checklist? What is on this checklist?
No, just like I know it's unimportant.
And is that not an insult to the creatives who made this? Just being like, oh, we don't care about this. This is just something we need to throw in there.
No, but I do think it's naive to think that people don't sometimes work like that.
Maybe I'm naive.
Yeah, but that's fine. I don't.
Maybe I am naive and a fucking idiot. But like,
I'm not saying anyone's an idiot for liking it. I'm not saying anyone's an idiot for being on the more optimistic side of it. But I think it would be a naive understanding of how these massive because these aren't there is a certain caliber of people that these aren't movies to. These are money-making projects.
Yeah.
Right. There are people above J.J. Abrams and above the creatives that will absolutely have just gone, there's a list of shit you need to fucking accomplish in this movie, because that's how movies get made and that's how franchises are built and everything else.
Sure.
And I don't think that, a tiny fucking detail like putting a medal on it is something that execs would have been like, you need to do that or whatever. But I do think there is it feels like, when fans make things and it becomes very obvious that they're putting in they're righting the wrongs or the supposed wrongs of their childhood experiences in the fandom by like correcting things and doing little changes here and there. I know J.J. Abrams is not that creator, but this is one of them instances that would feel like that.
It's okay. It's a Wookiee getting a medal.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. To boil it down to this, I'm not saying to you I'm thinking this is an enormous sin of the movie. Okay. I'm not blowing this out. But
you're saying it's people rewriting history, though.
No, not like that. I mean, in the sense of what I'm saying is, it just felt like someone that is too close to Star Wars wanted this moment in there a lot, and it doesn't feel.
Okay, and all I'm saying is, what's wrong with that?
No, nothing's wrong with it, but it took me out of the movie. You can have it. It's fine. I don't care that it's there, but it did.
Sounds like you do.
No.
That really sounds like you do.
But that's only because I've been asked to elaborate on it to the nth degree. I don't care. In any other scenario, I literally watching it this afternoon, I went, oh yeah, oh well, done. Didn't think about it apart from just writing it down and here to talk about. Right, but it's a minuscule thing that I don't care about. The only reason I'm speaking about it for as long as we are is because we're having a conversation about it, and I'm not just suddenly going to go, I'm right, bye, and stop conversing. So I think that it's a minute moment. It doesn't necessarily anger me or aggravate me or in any capacity. I don't think of it in the sense that it doesn't affect me, but then it does. It just takes me out of that moment a little bit, because I go, oh yeah, that's been something that Star Wars fans have been going on about for the last 20 years or whatever.
Okay. I just think, like, even if it is, like, who cares? Like, I think at the end of the day, I think it's a nice thing. Like, I know that it's not Chewie getting his medal because he already got his medal, okay? I know the different story that's happening here, but for someone who's like, oh, Chewie never got his medal at the ceremony on Yavin, that's kind of a shame. And for them to see a moment where Chewie finally does get his medal and there's a payoff to that, and that's what they think this is, that's a nice moment. Well, why can't they have that?
They can have it. I'm not telling anyone they can't have it, but I'm telling my personal experience is that it made me go, oh yeah, that's that Star Wars thing that they needed to do. Like Han Solo having the dice in Solo and putting them up. Like, it feels like we got to do the Star Wars thing.
Well, so what's the difference between a plot point and a Star Wars thing that needs to happen? And this isn't led by creative decision. This is led by, I don't know, corporate greed or whatever.
Not corporate greed so much, more as just like a necessity to please people. To like,
because when you're making a movie, the last thing you want to do is please people.
This is where it becomes facetious, because you're boiling it down to what is the difference between a plot point and something that just happens in a movie, right? Which is an insane. I can't argue that point, because you've put me in a camp which there is no feasible way to move out of. Okay. What I'm saying to you is, for me, it was a moment that took me out. You must have had those, and you haven't made it your entire thing to hate it. It's just something that you watched in a film that made you go, whatever. Like, that happens for everyone. That exists for. There's not a person on the planet that hasn't watched at least 5 movies and hasn't had one thing bother them a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they needed to have not done it.
No, but you're saying that it's not organic. It's like,
I don't think it is. I think
it's a thing that's a checklist, and therefore it's bad. So what I don't understand is, like, what is the difference between that and something that isn't?
The difference is that, like, other plot points in this movie fans haven't been going on about as a thing that needed to be a wrong that needed to be righted.
So
for 40
just
years.
because something fans have talked about it, does that mean they can never touch those things?
No, they can never. They can touch it. They did touch it, but it has the unintended
But if
consequence
they
of
do,
going,
it will be bad if they do.
No, you're saying bad. I've never said bad.
Sorry.
I said,
Sorry, you didn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
it will take you out of the movie if they do.
I think so. Yeah. It's not a blanket fucking rule or anything, but when someone
That's a pretty boring way to watch movies, but sure.
maybe sure, but there is something about the dice in fucking the dice in Solo. Like, it's just that you're doing a Star Wars thing. You're doing an iconic. How did Han Solo get his chin scar? Who gives a fuck? Like,
It's not in the movie.
No, I know it's not in the movie, but I'm saying, like, if we're making that argument, all right, well then how did Indiana Jones get his chin scar? Also, who gives a fuck? Like, it's one of them things that it feels like a fan would over-explain that just. I mean, people care about it enough to have moaned about it for 40 years, but it just, when you're watching the movie, when it comes up in this thing, in this scene,
We've spoken about this for way too long.
We have.
Yeah.
But in this scene where it is like the emotional core of the movie, the day is won, in the final out of 9 fucking movies in a saga, and you break away for this moment, which, yes, would please a lot of people.
That's where I think your issue is. I think you're seeing it as breaking away from the movie, rather as it being a part of it. Because to me, it's a continuation of that celebration.
Yeah.
It's not we're not grounding the celebration of everything to a halt. It's just part of it, you know?
And that's fair. Like, I guess, that's the definition of takes me out then, isn't it? I guess. Like, if it keeps you in, fair fucks. If it doesn't,
I think there's a really sweet moment at the end where one of the last shots is Chewie showing his medal to R2 and 3PO. He's like, hey, look at this. Look at these guys. I got this.
I can't say I noticed it. When does that happen?
At the end. I don't know what to say.
No, but is it right after that?
Do you want an exact time
No,
code?
no. Is it like right at the end, or is it like after
the
that
whole
moment?
scene is like 2 minutes long. Do you
Right. Yeah, I need you to nail
somewhere
down
in
the
there.
shot. I need you to find it, pull it up, and pause it.
Watch those 2 minutes, dude. You fucking find it.
Nathan, in 5 minutes, I want you to have put a red circle around it with an arrow
I'm not gonna
and
do
send
that.
it to me.
No.
Look, we have talked about it for way too long. Let's move on.
Yeah.
What's next? Probably something else we're going to disagree about for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, the end. Tatooine. Rey goes to Tatooine.
Yeah.
She goes to the Skywalker homestead. Has a look around. Slides down It's all like overgrown. Well, not overgrown. It's filled in with sand, and she like slides down.
Yeah.
Sand and the little thing, which is cute.
Oh, looking into their little table area.
Their little dinner area. Yeah, very cute. And then she buries the lightsabers. And then an old woman comes along and she's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And she's like, "I'm Rey Skywalker." And then the movie ends.
Well, she sees Luke and
She
Leia
sees
as
the
well.
twins.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just going to read what I wrote.
Go for it.
I think it's a beautiful ending. People like to say she's burying the lightsabers in a place where Luke hated and brought him nothing but misery, but I don't think that's true at all. I think that's a very pessimistic way to look at it. Luke wanted to get away from Tatooine because it was boring and he was a whiny teenager. He wanted excitement and action like all kids do, but ultimately this was a home for him, a place where people loved him, where he was safe for the most part, a place where he was loved and lived with his family who may not have shared the same blood, but they did still take him in and still loved him unconditionally. Family doesn't have to be blood. People say you can't choose your family, but you absolutely can. And that's what Rey does. She rejects the evil, she rejects the anger and hatred that is her supposed birthright, and instead chooses love and hope. She chooses the Skywalker legacy. And that's it.
I like this interpretation a lot, and I especially like the Tatooine thing. I especially like the fact that it's because people always say that he hated Tatooine, and of course he did because he loathed being there and the boring life that it was giving him. So I do appreciate that, like, especially with his search. As his journeys into the galaxy did kind of coincide with the fact that he found his family with his father, and his whole journey is so intrinsically linked to family that it would make sense for him to value that, especially as this, what is effectively his burial ground, because the lightsaber is effectively a representation of him as a person. And the actions that he took and stuff. So I like that. Where I differ is take a guess, is the Rey Skywalker thing. Is just, for me, and maybe this is coming at it from too narratively entrenched in one viewpoint. I can totally buy that. is it just feels like the whole trilogy has been about Rey's desire to belong, to be a part of something, and to have meaning assigned. And you see how much it visibly breaks her when Kylo Ren tells her that her parents were nothing. They were, junk people that sold her for drinking money or gambling or whatever it was. It snaps her clean in two. And and the first place she goes to when Luke introduces her to the Force on her own terms is searching for answers. This has been a clear obsession of hers throughout all three movies. And for me, rejecting it looks more like being content of just being Rey. It doesn't look as though she should find the next name. And I know that's reductive to say just the next name, but the Skywalker saga and Star Wars in general is built of these enormous factions, these families, and these iconic names, like Kenobi, like Palpatine, like Skywalker. These are big names and big legacies. And I think that what Rey has done is, yes, chosen the Skywalker legacy. I absolutely agree with you, but it doesn't mean she has to, literally call herself that. For me, that feels. I don't know how for me it feels, but it for me. Because I see what you're saying, but I just think that saying that she's Rey and being content as herself without the need to be belonging anywhere, or the need to at least express outwardly that she belongs anywhere, for me feels more fitting to Rey as a character than to...
Even with that scene earlier in the movie when the little girl's like, what's your family name? And she's like, I don't have one. And you can see how visibly upset she is by that.
But then and I agree that obviously she is upset by that. But then as the movie goes on, she comes to realize that she's a Palpatine, and in realizing that she wants to reject that legacy and be nothing to do with that her understanding there is that a family name isn't fucking all it's cracked up to be all the time. Like, you don't need to have that backbone to your identity to still be a person that is worthy of being loved and appreciated.
I don't think her rejecting the family name of an evil manacle dictator emperor is the same as saying all family names are meaningless.
No, not.
I think she chose a family of love instead of hatred.
Yeah.
She chose the family name of the people who actually cared for her. She chose the name of the family who she was able to connect with. She connected with Leia. She connected with Luke. She connected with Ben. She connected with Han. Okay, these people all have involvement with the Skywalker family. All right, that's where she was able to find family and love, and that's where she chose the name.
That's fair. I think there's a part of us that we're both agreeing that the arc ends in the same way, in the sense that she, her search for belonging has ended. I think it's a little bleak to be like, she was searching for belonging, and it's best that she's on her own. But no,
Is
but
it not?
No, fucking hell! I punched her back. I know. That's not as kind of pessimistic as I'm meaning for it to sound. I'm not saying that it's discounting any of the relationships she makes in the film. I mean, we saw the film with our own eyes. We know who her people are and where her faction is and where her ideologies lie. I just think that it feels like an attachment thing. It feels like you can't, for me, express that your desire for belonging has ended when you defy a name, but then latch is the wrong word, but attach yourself onto another one.
I think that's the issue. I think you're seeing it too much as her latching and clinging rather than choosing.
Well, I did say there is an argument to be made about me seeing this as kind of too linear, like too factual as opposed to metaphorical.
Yeah, I don't.
I take your interpretation of it. I think that is more pleasant than mine. Definitely, it's nicer for sure. But yeah, and this is not something. This is more something I wanted to just debate and talk about, rather than like, I don't think the film did anything wrong with this. I'm just sharing my thoughts on it. I'm perfectly happy with a Rey Skywalker, and I think that there are people out there the people that are misreading it to me are the people that are like, like one name is better than the other and that kind of stuff. And for me, the people that are.
I mean, it's called the Skywalker saga.
It is. And I think that there are people that are attached to this that are reading this scene as like, they can't just have a character be a character. They can't, every character has to be attached to this big Star Wars name. That's not what I'm coming at it from. I think there are people out there that interpret this in bad faith, that just think...
Rey is a character, though. Rey is just a character, okay? She's a character who happens to be the daughter of Palpatine, but she rejected that, okay? If you don't like her being a Skywalker because it means, like, she's choosing, like, to be... It's called the Skywalker Saga. They're the heroes of the fucking franchise, dude.
Yeah.
We're not out here being like, oh, fuck the Skywalker. She shouldn't be part of them. She should be a Kenobi or whatever. Like, it's called the Skywalker Saga. Okay, we've been following this family throughout the entire thing. Okay,
Wasn't there once a movement that she was like a Kenobi? People were convinced that she was Obi-Wan's daughter or something.
Yeah, I was at one point.
Oh, really? You were in the Kenobi camp?
After Force Awakens, I was firmly in the Kenobi camp. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. That would have been interesting to see.
And probably behind the scenes, she probably was at one point. I think there was all kinds of different fucking options and fucking
they definitely
theories
had.
they had.
Yeah, they were definitely saying no bad ideas at one point, weren't they? They were like, let's see what everything could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd imagine the period after The Force Awakens was quite exciting behind the scenes.
I think it fundamentally it works and connects with what we've had. You know, I think it makes sense for her, and like I say, and everything that's happened throughout this movie of the fucking ride she's gone on of finding out what her actual lineage is and choosing to reject that. Okay, wanting a longing, and instead of having it fucking decided and thrust upon her, she's choosing it for herself. She's choosing her own path, her own legacy to be a part of. Yeah, that's what works for me. You know, that's
fair. That's totally fair.
That's what's good for me.
That is fair fucks. I think what we'll definitely both agree on is that the ending shot is gorgeous.
Ending shot's beautiful.
So stunning.
Shot's beautiful. And it's not lost to me as well. The twins and then the twin sons.
Yes, yeah.
Beautiful.
The twin sons is gorgeous. I love the I just the composition thing. I like that BB-8 is this little circle in a big circle. It's just it's very visually pleasing. Like,
it is.
Not to mention the colors are just fucking gorgeous. Yeah, man.
Also a lightsaber. She's got a cool lightsaber.
Because her staff.
It's made out of her staff.
Yeah,
with a yellow blade.
A yellow blade is cool. A yellow blade is cool. I like the kind of rotor at the top that spins when it comes out. I thought that was pretty sick. I'm ready to go on. I've only got at the start of this recording. I had 7 or 8 little things. We've since discussed a few of them, and I'm left with 2.
Okay, I think I've discussed all of mine throughout. So
damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I text you one and you can pretend that you have one of mine?
No, it's okay. You can say them both.
Okay. I think skimmers are cool. I love the design of skimmers and the way that the kind of things rotates in and out of the water. I thought that was pretty rad.
Very cool.
And my other final little thing is when Ben uses the Force to stop Rey's lightsaber and the blade sort of lags in midair. And you can see its trajectory and its path, and it's just stuck completely still in space. I thought that looked fucking awesome. I just thought the visuals in this movie are stunning, but those little moments of detail, those little effects, are what like the age of modern movie making has really done for Star Wars. Like, it really allowed it to expand on certain things that just weren't possible in the 70s.
Very cool. Rey also does the same to him as well.
Yeah, and it looks...
Rey stops his blade, which is interesting because that's only ever really been seen as a dark side move, really. We've only really ever seen Vader use that. Vader's big on stopping someone's lightsaber as it comes to swing for them.
Oh, is he?
With the Force. He uses that one a lot.
I mean, it's probably one of the smartest ones to move.
Just thematically, though, it's interesting that it's only ever been used by dark side users and seeing Rey use it. It's just interesting.
Rey's on it. My gosh. Lovely stuff, Nathan. Would you like to...
One thing I will say.
An impromptu little thing.
Yeah, one last little thing. Somehow Palpatine returned. Get over it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fine. Somehow the Death Star returned.
Yeah, it's so true, isn't it? Star Wars is filled with shit coming back.
There's no explanation of Return of the Jedi how there's another Death Star all of a sudden, you know? There just is.
There just is one, and they're building it a little bit, but that's still they've still done an immeasurable amount of work in a very short span of time. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, people should just get over that.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Anyway.
And on that note, Nathan, get a load of this theme song. Another happy question. Nathan, it's that part of the show where I ask you the same question I asked you some about 2.5 hours ago.
I forgot what it was.
It was outside of Reylo, who is your ultimate ship
yeah.
from this era of Star Wars, and why?
Finpo.
Finpo, yeah.
Yeah. Storm Pilot, if you will.
Is that a thing? That's cute.
Is what a thing.
I didn't know they had that ship name.
Yeah, Storm Pilot.
Yeah. Why? Well, show you're working. Why do you want them two together?
Well, you asked me. it was one of the
and
options.
You needed a thing.
And it was one of the options, and I don't care about the others, so there's that one.
You don't care about Chewie getting his little arms sorted out and being told he's a brave boy? I think Maz and Chewie would have been my pick.
No. I will say another little thing. Maz Kanata looks great, and great to go from fully CG character to fully practical puppet in this movie.
Is Maz a fully practical puppet in this?
Fully practical puppet in this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's a transition, isn't it? Fuck.
So good. Yeah.
Jesus, and
in
not
4 years as well.
Yeah, that's wild.
Crazy.
Fuck me. I'm going to go and rewatch her scenes in this again and just check that out. That's fucking awesome. Well, lovely, Nathan. That was a quick answer to be honest, a stupid question.
Yeah.
Lovely, jubbly. We never know how to close these out.
I like the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
I like the TIE Whisperer.
Which one's that one again?
That's Ben's ship.
Oh, yeah, with the big prongs. Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, not to be confused with the TIE Silencer, which is the one he uses in The Last Jedi.
Oh, fuck it. He's had that upgrade.
Yeah. He's a different ship.
Oh, it's gone down to the boys.
I like the TIE Echelon, which is his landing ship you see in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, they have that at Disneyland for the Galaxy's Edge thing, and it's where occasionally Ben will come out and it will look around and be like, I'm evil, I'm at this ship or whatever.
Yeah.
But they've recently announced that they're changing the theming of Galaxy's Edge from the sequel trilogy to the original trilogy.
Oh, right.
And they've also announced at the same time that, technically, the TIE Echelon is actually a classic Imperial ship.
Oh, that's convenient, isn't it?
So it's fine that it can stay there, actually. so we don't have to change it. It's fine.
Isn't that handy for them?
Yes.
Yeah, thank
which
God.
Is very funny.
That's so shit. Shit like that is so transparently ridiculous that most people would just go, we don't care if you change the ship.
I know, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's so
you don't need to say shit about it. It wouldn't bother anyone. Well, it probably would bother many people, I would imagine.
It's fine.
Nathan, we never know how to wrap these up anymore because we don't. We never know when we'll be back. We just know that we will be back next week. Point. Are we back next week? What are we back for?
I don't know.
Oh, so we're not back next week.
We'll pick something.
No, we're not going to pick something. The show is not back. We were doing Star Wars Annuary.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll play it by ear.
We'll play it by ear, everyone.
We'll be back next week.
You heard it. Nathan, we've got loads of other shows on the network now. Brian and David have just launched a hot new thing. You've checked it out. I have not had a chance to. Have you checked it out?
I have checked it out, yes. Saturday Morning Cartoon Club is available now on all your podcast feeds and on the YouTube channel. It's very good. They look at it's gone through a bit of a change. It's called The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, but I always remember it as Grim and Evil because it was It was part of part of a 2-part show, where one of them. Well, over the half hour, it'd be 2 different shows. One of them would be The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy Grimm, and then the other one would be, I can't remember what the evil part was. It was this fucking, I think some kind of evil scientist or something, some shit like that.
Right.
But anyway, that's what it's from.
Well, I'm sure Brian and David will tell us more about it. They'll probably understand it more than we did. Clearly.
Yeah. So check that out. That's every month. That is on the last Sunday of the month or the last weekend of the month. I'm not sure exactly when. But
if you're listening to this and you're like, that's too infrequent, then Brian and David are still releasing weekly episodes over on their main show, Talking Pictures Pod. Or Talking Pictures Podcast is actually the full title. But yeah, that's a good old show. Go and check that out. They're talking about new releases. They're not stuck in the past like we are, talking about movies that are 6 years old, 7 years old or something, and even older. Nathan, we also have the Gavin and Stacey Rewatch podcast that is wrapped up called The Fishing Trip Files. Perfect companion listening to a perfect show. A pretty good show. You should go and check out if you haven't seen it.
I think it's perfect.
No, it's not perfect. There's definitely some problems with it, but it's a pretty good show.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that a lot of people enjoy. We have a Doctor Who rewatch podcast. It's called Still Got Legs. New episodes.
Now that's a perfect show.
Now that is a perfect show. New episodes of that come out every single Monday. So go and
Talking
listen
about
to
our podcast, because Doctor Who is not a perfect show.
No, yeah. Doctor Who is far from a perfect show, but our podcast, you just can't get better. When it comes to podcasting, it's hard to do better than that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, Nathan, you're talking about the newest, no, not the newest, the second newest addition to the network, which is my little solo show that I'm doing myself. Which is not a perfect show. It's more of a rambly mess, and it's called Unfinished Film Thoughts. I'm talking about some stuff on there.
What are you talking about? What's your next one?
Next one coming out is one on True Lies, James Cameron's film.
Wow.
Stop doing this to me.
Oh,
Nathan doesn't care. But it's a James Cameron film.
When are you going to invite me on it?
Well, it's the whole point. I'm toying with the idea of like inviting people on, but I don't know what I would do. Would I invite them on to talk about their favorite film?
Don't know, man. It's your podcast.
It is
apparently.
my podcast. What do you mean, apparently?
Apparently, I'm not allowed to be a part of it.
I didn't say you're not allowed to be a part of it. I'll tell you what. If I ever
haven't
have
yet.
guests on, you will obviously be the first guest I have on.
I better be.
Of course, you would be. Anyway, so yeah, go and check out those shows if you're interested. And also, we will, I guess, see you on the flippity flop. I never know how to end these. Nathan, what do we normally say? No, it's not next week. It's not next week.
We'll see you next week.
All right, we'll maybe see you next week.
I'll be back next week.
Nathan will be back. He'll just be chatting.
Just chat about whatever.
Right, goodbye, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Star Wars Annuary. Nathan, say goodbye.
I'm tired, man.
Say goodbye.
I'd never say bye.
All right, fuck you.
That means it's over.
Oh, damn.
Bye!
For fuck's sake.